Hey. As usual, I'm still figuring out how I'm gonna do this. You are way up higher than my laptop. Let me turn something off real quick. There we go. Alright, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with my laptop because I've got to be able to see the comments. Hey, Az, you're here early. Good to see you. I'm gonna tackle this bookshelf behind me today. I've got to get rid of some stuff because I have a bunch of stuff to show you for the reading report tomorrow. Hi, Jane. Let me make sure I'm on live chat. I've been thinking about doing this all day, and I finally just got here. Like, got around to it. Okay, that's pretty bright, so I'll decrease it just a little bit. I don't see any difference. Oh well, that's fine. I may have to make you shorter. I don't know. You can see the whole bookcase behind me. What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm gonna wait a minute for the YouTube boost at about 2 to 3 minutes. Oh, we are 2 minutes. How was Rocky Horror? Rocky Horror was super fun, and even though my vlog for it kind of looks like a makeup tutorial, it was actually the whole thing. So I did show some clips from the actual performance and some, like, you know, round up thoughts and stuff. It was super fun. We actually went to it, I think it was in October, but I only just got around to posting the vlog. I've had it ready for a few weeks, but I kept going live, so I just kept pushing it back. Yeah. Hello, hello. Yeah, I definitely can't have this laptop this far down. I need to be able to see you guys. Let me see if I can come up with something real quick. Let me see, because I need to be able to read the comments, as you know. As you know. Hi, yes, 6-7. I see you. Please don't spam the chat. Thank you for the wins, but please don't spam the chat. Sorry, you guys might be a little bit wiggly today because you're on my broken tripod. Hi. Yes, Merry, not too late Christmas, I guess. It's not too late. Hope you had a good holiday, everybody. Mine was uneventful, and that's the best I can hope for. I had some good friends that were helping me. No, I wish I'd read all these books. I'm actually trying to get rid of some of these books that I have not read yet, or read and I'm not going to read again. So I have about 2,000 books in my house-ish, probably a little more. And I've got like 1,400 that I have not read yet, which sounds pathetic, but I have read a lot of audiobooks and like Kindle stuff that I don't necessarily have. Oh wow, you can see all the way down to my Dunder Mifflin pants, can't you? Let me move this stuff over here because I don't want this to be in the shop. Okay. Wow, yeah, you can definitely see my entire bookshelf. I can't even see that on the phone. I'm not a librarian. Probably should have been. But yeah, I hope all of y'all's holidays were everything you needed it to be. Let's say that. I needed mine to be safe and calm. And for the most part, it was. But I got more books for the holiday and because I went back to the nonprofit a little bit. So I need to do a brutal declutter. I need to do an unhaul of books. And I decided to go live for it because I do a lot of talking about what I have and like why I want them and stuff. I don't know that I'm going to be too successful in here because all of the rainbow stuff is fiction. And I've chosen all of these for a reason. However, these shorter shelves here, this is true crime. And I have some true crime at the bottom of this bookcase over here as well. I think I'm going to do the best decluttering from that because I haven't been reading it as much. So I think I'm ready to part with some of the books that are in the true crime section. I'll have to make sure they're appropriate for YouTube. Probably not going to be. I'm also going to move, my intention is to move my World War II books up here because they're kind of true crime. Some of them are memoirs and can just kind of relocate. I haven't done a declutter of my nonfiction in a while, so I want to maybe get to that tomorrow for the actual reading report. Plus I have books to unbox, plus I have a bunch of stuff for tomorrow's reading report. But I'm getting started early because it's probably going to take a while to get through this stuff. Oh, my number one recommendation. You're going to have to give me a better... a smaller genre than that. Nonfiction, fiction, kids, adult. What do you want a recommendation for? My favorite book, again, you're gonna have to be more specific because we got a bit of a selection here. Some of my favorites are definitely Alice in Wonderland, Dante's Inferno, and oh gosh, I like a lot of fantasy, like a lot of fantasy. And who am I forgetting in that grouping? Oh my gosh, who am I forgetting? There's like Jane Eyre was one of my favorite books of all time. You got a Barnes & Noble gift card, yay! What are you gonna buy? What do you want to read? Choose wisely, because Barnes & Noble can be expensive. A chapter book. So like younger audience, they all have, almost all of them have chapters. T.S. Eliot, is that your favorite, Muhammad? You don't know yet, Jane? Go browse, read a couple sentences and see what you'd like. Yes, so a bit younger. My gosh, I don't have it here, but there's a book called Inkheart, Inkheart, that is a book lover's book. It's a fictional story about a man who can read out loud. When he reads out loud, he can read chapters out of the book, but one of them comes out and gets stuck, and they can't figure out how to get him back into his book, and he's upset about that. So I definitely recommend that one. You've been saving money to go to Hot Topic, and you have enough. Hot Topic is awesome. Bit overpriced, but yeah, it's awesome. It's an awesome vibe. Okay. William Wordsworth, I wandered lonely as a cloud. I don't know that particular poem, but I have a book of Wordsworth somewhere. I wasn't going to go through that section. That's like over there. I have a full book tour. I have a bunch of stuff that I need to film. Like, I haven't done a Project Pan update for makeup. I want to film an end of the year wrap up. I think I finally figured out what I'm going to do with that. But I read 58 books this year, so I don't want it to get too long to talk about. So this is my standalone fiction. I have it by size and color because I did have it by, hold on, let me turn off my sound so you don't get an earful of it. Hold on, don't make me accidentally stop you guys. Okay. Little deer in headlights here, but do I have Dogman by Dave Pilkey? No, I don't think I do. I have a couple that sound similar. Hi, Anshu. Yeah, you can tell me about your Christmas gifts. You love which book? Dogman? I've never heard of that. I'm going to look it up on Goodreads because that's partly why I enjoy these chats. I have... Where is it? I have one called The Heart of the Dog, which is probably going to be pretty strange. Hilarious, brilliantly inventive novel. Tells the story of a scroungy Moscow mongrel named Sharik. Yeah, okay, this is not a young adult book, but he's like a hybrid science experiment. Oh, maybe I have read this, Dogman. Wait a minute. No, I haven't. Oh, it looks adorable, though. This is not the same. Robert Frost, another great poet. Snowy Evening, I am familiar with, yeah. I gotta make sure I can see this. How many books have I read? As of this year, I believe it's 900 something. No, this is me trying to remember my childhood books as well. 942, 58 of which I read this year. That's my second highest number of books read in a year. And I am very happy with that. Hi, Kageyama? Kageyama-san. John Keats. John Keats is probably my favorite poet. It's kind of a stupid premise for a poem, but the Ode to a Grecian Urn has my favorite quote of all time, and it's beauty is truth and truth beauty. That is all I know and all you need to know. And I don't think I could explain why I love it so much, but I have a thing for like beauty is truth, truth is beauty. Very philosophical. Robert Frost lives in Missouri, the next state of yours. Interesting. I don't know many authors that are around here. I feel like I should start with some of the fiction first. I have read Agatha Christie. I've read a couple of hers, 3, I think. I'd have to look up which ones because she has a ton of them. But I was on a mystery kick for a while. This Heart of the Dog thing I'm keeping. I started to say I have the fiction by color, size, and by title. Works for me. So I think I'm gonna start with some of the fiction because I think I'm gonna get frustrated with it and then switch to true crime and be able to get rid of a bit more. I'll have to figure out how I'm going to keep talking to you because I'm going to be farther away. Murder of Roger Ackroyd, I feel like I did read that one. I've read the And Then They Were None. I have read a Hercule Poirot novel. I have Murder of Roger Ackroyd. Which ones did I read of Poirot? Poirot, I think. Who did I read? Oh, maybe I didn't read this series. I haven't read Murder on the Orient Express yet. I read the ABC Murders, although I don't remember anything about that. I read Death on the Nile. That's the one I was trying to remember. If I was to die today, I would drop books on the floor and then I would recommend this book. I'm sorry it's backwards for you guys, but this is a nonfiction book by a woman who has several mental health issues, but she's also the funniest person about it I have ever read. I just finished a book by her called Broken that's more recent and laughed just as much. Also cried a bit. You got a karaoke machine and then you got, it sounds like a camera, and I don't want to sound like I'm bragging, but yes, you got a Nintendo Switch too. And your last thing is a Dandy's World plushie. That sounds like a great Christmas, Jane. Don't read the yes. Oh, I might be too late. Shelley, I forget what poetry I gravitated towards by him. I want to read, but I couldn't start or find one good for me. I recommend trying a chapter, like pick up some random things, force yourself to try at least a chapter. And if you want to keep going, go for it. If you don't, then forget it. However, be careful because that will get you into like 8 at a time if you like all of them. Name of it? Of what? Or are you talking about my recommendation first? This is called Furiously Happy. What is my definition of love? I have no idea. It's changed over the years. Your genre could be mystery sci-fi. I read, I don't think I've put it back yet. Let me see. Oh, here it is. This is, it's kind of young adult-ish, but it was very pleasurable as an adult. It's definitely sci-fi. They have to freeze people to take them across the universe because something happened to the Earth. But people start waking up and they don't know why. And there's all kinds of like mystery kind of things within it. It's a series, but I read the first one and definitely recommend if you're into that. I think I'm going to hold on to this one because I may read more in the series and I'm probably going to want it to refer back to. You got alien water bottles, stickers of aliens, pens of aliens into pencil bags about aliens. Wow, you must really like aliens. Oh, John Milton. Yeah, Paradise Lost. Where are you? Here you are. Yeah, I mean, arguably one of the most important books that we attribute religious imagery to is this, and then Dante's Divine Comedy, in particular Dante's Inferno. And this book smells really good. I have not read all of this like cover to cover. I have read Dante's Inferno and Purgatorio. I read Cliff Notes for the Paradise part of it because it just wasn't holding my interest and I wanted to know what was going on with it. But yeah, this is really an important book. Oh, I'm sorry, Anshu. I don't think I said what that one was about. Where did I just put it? It was called Across the Universe. Oh, here it is. Yeah, sorry. I don't think I said. It's called Across the Universe, which is a Beatles song, but they're literally like going across the universe. It's really good. If you want like mystery sci-fi, I definitely recommend. Another good one for mystery sci-fi. Station 11. Where are you? This is bad. I'm pulling them all out, and then I'm gonna have to put them back in. Where are you? Where are you? Here we go. This is like a dystopian situation. I don't know if it's mystery so much, but it's like they're in an apocalyptic world and they're traveling and they don't know if they're actually going to get to where they intend to get. So there's kind of like a mystery like part of it, but really good book. Really, really good book. This is like if Stephen King's The Stand wasn't gross. You know what I mean? I don't know. And one of these stickers, it says Area 51 keep out. Oh, you'll have to put that on your room door or something, Jane, if you have one for yourself. Yes, Across the Universe and Station 11. Okay, those two are in my blue section. Should we maybe look at the blue section? Where's my Milton? Okay, here you are. Oh, I think I just put it in the wrong spot. Oh well, that's okay. Of course, Jane. Of course you can say your Christmas haul. It sounds like you were very happy with it. I haven't read much about Troy, Muhammad. I don't know why. I just haven't. Where do I start? I don't even know how to do this. Okay, I'm gonna take this down. I've read Patrick Stewart's memoir this year, but it's a memoir. I was gonna have his face in my room, but I don't know, maybe I can move that downstairs, and then I can see the stuff up here. Why do I still have top chat listed instead of live chat? I want the live chat so I can read all of your messages. I think you're pulling out too many books, so you have to keep them back up. I know. Well, okay, so Furiously Happy is separate. I put Milton back. The only other two are these, and then I had to move Patrick Stewart in order to get to the rest of the books. So up here, I do work with a nonprofit that has a building full of free books, and I have access to those free books, and I have for 20 years. So I have I've cultivated a huge collection because a lot of them are free. And over the years, I have painstakingly found all 25 in this Sue Grafton series. They all start with a different letter of the alphabet. So they're back there, but it's like A is for alibi, B is for burglar, C is for corpse. I have all of them, but the like OCD part of readers everywhere who like this author are upset because she got to the letter Y and then she passed away and book Z was never released. But I do have all of them up through Y, and they're mostly behind this stack. So yeah, some of these are double stacked. But not only did I get through Y, I got the paperbacks through Y. So yeah. Can I teach you how to read? Not online. I'm sure you can watch a video about it though. Gonna try to work your karaoke machine. What song should I choose? I don't know. Is it infinite? Like, is it like Spotify, or does it have specific things in there? Gulliver's Travels is a weird book, isn't it? It's just kind of weird. I have read that. Yeah, you can do Spotify. Oh my gosh. Yeah, your taste in music is probably different than mine, so maybe you should pick one. Anyway, these are all staying. They're part of the series. Most of my series are in the other room, but I'm keeping it over here. Do I prefer mass market paperbacks or hardbound? That is a great question. For storage, mass market paperbacks. For reading though, like, I kind of like the tall paperbacks like this one. I don't mind hardbacks. I don't mind Kindle. I don't mind audiobooks. But I think, I don't know, for storage, like I like this the best to find these. But when you get to really thick books, it makes it harder to like read them. But that's a really good question. Hey, funny and insightful. Merry Christmas. Happy holiday. It was fine, and that's what I was hoping for. I'm doing okay. I'm gonna try to declutter books, but so far all I've managed to do is talk at you guys and tell you a few that are gonna stay in the last 20 minutes. You're forced to listen to your mom for music because she drives you to school and she doesn't have your music taste. Well, what song do you want to play on your karaoke? Obviously we can't hear it, but hey ma'am, where do I what? A book to understand what life is. I'm gonna have to go to the other room for that. Wait, no, there's two in the other room. Read a book called Ishmael by Daniel Quinn. It's about a gorilla that is also a philosopher, and that makes more sense in the context of the book. It is philosophy, so be prepared for that. I'm always stressed out this time of year. I'm trying to ignore it, but I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm good. Passion of the Christ, I have not seen that movie. I'm trying to read the Bible from cover to cover, and trigger warnings. My gosh, the Old Testament is rough. So I haven't made progress on that in a while. Okay, so Sue Grafton brings me up to here. I want to see. Crap, I'm just going to take the bottom part out. This is not going to be great. You can kind of see my Sue Grafton books. I'm not going to be able to go through every single one. Didn't reply to you, Anshu. Wait, let me see. Were you talking about reading forcefully? I don't know what you said, hey ma'am, where do you? And it didn't make sense. So I couldn't respond to you. Beauty and the Beast I just read this year. I'm the Lady Anna on Goodreads, if anybody wants to see what I read. You have 2 microphones for your karaoke machine. You can put one of the microphones by your phone and pretend like we're singing with you. Except I'm gonna be talking about other stuff. Tell us what song you're gonna pick. Where do I live? I'm northeastern United States, Anshu. Sorry if I'm saying anybody's name wrong. Okay, so I guess we're starting with what I put in the red fiction. I'm not going to be able to go through every one. But some of these, I don't even remember what they're about. So The Accidental Tourist, I read something else by this author and liked her. Yes, I'm going to smell most of these. Hold on, I'll get to the chat in a second. This is a romance, maybe? I might just pull some of these in a quick kind of way and then decide off camera, like, what I want to do with them. Okay, here's what else she's written. Why have I not read any of this? I'm kind of meh about this, and I really, if I'm going to be brutally decluttering, I really should just, like, go with my first instinct. So I'm going to put Furiously Happy back, because that's not going anywhere. These 2 are staying. These, I've got to fit in there. Not looking good. That's why we're decluttering. And I had stuff over here that I think I'm going to move so I can have some more space for books. Because if this is going to be just my house, then we're going to put things everywhere. Put books. I don't want to be rude, but just want to ask. Yes, I have noticed that. Would not choose those words for this channel. We have minors in the chat, but funny and insightful. I guess your world's one and only. What does that mean? What do those letters mean? Sorry, I'm a little behind. Passion of the Christ. Oh no, I already talked about that. Gravity by Has-Been Hotel. Oh, okay. I think I know what that is. I'm not sure. Go for it. Yeah, 2025 is horrible. Certified in Bibliophilic Olfaction Analysis. Yes? I don't know about analysis. My analysis consists of, do I like the smell or do I not like the smell? I like the smell. This is All Quiet on the Western Front. It's about World War I, and I need to keep it. It's a classic. Big Bang what? You were very sweet and humorous. Thank you. Yeah, I try to be. I like to be. But this one is a maybe. So Accidental Tourist, it's not what I thought it was about, but I think I'm getting her confused with a different author. But All Quiet on the Western Front staying. I haven't read a biography by Shakespeare, but I've read a lot of Shakespeare. Still sounds cool. Yeah, it does sound cool. I should put that on a sticky note. I should go get my sticky notes because, as you know, I've been trying to, like, write down some of the quotes we come up with during the streams to make me laugh. I don't want to use those. Anyway, we'll see. I can always rewatch the stream. Do I have any filmmaking books, Patel? I don't think so, actually. Probably have books based on films, but I don't have that. This author wrote a series called Dealing with Dragons, where instead of marrying a prince, the princess decided she'd rather be taken by the dragons and just becomes their librarian. It's fantastic. It's like middle grade, and then I got this one. Let me see. So she's very humorous and it's clever. Wow, does it really not have even a cover page? No, it does. What is this about? The back says a princess finds true love in a very conceited unicorn in the enchanted forest. That's enough for me. I'm keeping it. IR 11. Oh, there's a bad symbol on the front of this. This is called The Boys from Brazil. I read, gosh, what was it called? This is going to drive me crazy. The very famous IR 11 one. Levine one? I don't know. The only series I finished is Harry Potter. That's okay. That's a big series. And some of those books are very, very long. Don't feel small at all. Don't feel that way. Hello again, Az. Nice cowboy hat. What about specialist in textual aromatics and paper scent profiling? I don't know. I kind of like the other one better. I don't know why. Master copy. I'm not sure what you mean by that. There are all kinds of different copies. Anyway, what is this about? Because, oh, it's a horror movie. What is Rosemary's Baby? I don't know what was going on in that book, but it was one of the most addictive books I've ever read. So I got more. By then, I don't forget if it's a male or female, but I was gonna like try others. Yeah, Rosemary's Baby. The Stepford Wives I liked as well. It's a shocking novel of science corrupted, but like, I don't know. It's a maybe, and I'm going with First Instincts, so I'm gonna pass on that one for right now. I think this one was really funny. Canticle for Leibowitz. I'm gonna mess up my words a lot. I know again. NECA made Princess Bride action figures. Oh, that's amazing. Somebody needs to send me one of the ROUSs. How many books have I read so far, and how many pages do I read in a day? That's a great question too, Patel. I've read 58 books this year. Goodreads is telling me I read, what was it, 940 something, 940 that I've tracked. And that's me trying to remember, 942, trying to remember my childhood books as well, although I haven't discovered all of them yet at my mom's house to log. And I've read 0 pages in a day. I've read like 200 pages in a day. It really varies. It's usually probably like 50 pages. I don't know, because I've listened to audiobooks too, so that kind of is a little bit of a different thing. I'll be in the background singing with your sister. You don't want to hear me sing, girl. You do not. Have I read Cleopatra? I had a book by Stacy Schiff called Cleopatra, but I'm not sure if that's the one you're talking about. I think it was called Cleopatra. Mysterious Island. Which one is that? What is that? Hold on. This is gonna take a long time. But I love when you guys give me oh, Jules Verne. I have some Jules Verne, but I don't know if I have that one. All right, Canticle for Leibowitz. What is this supposed to be about? I feel like this was going to be funny, but I might be confusing it with something else. Okay, yeah, no, I don't think it's going to be funny. Oh, Captain Nemo 3 is what Mysterious Island came up as. Let me look up this book and see if I can get a better grasp on what this is about. I think it's just a classic. What are my tags on it? It's just fiction? Oh, okay. It was a podcast episode that they talked about, and it made me want to read it. I don't think this is the one I thought it was, though. I'm not sure, so I'm going to keep it. Congo, Michael Crichton. Michael Crichton is very easy to read, usually, and yeah, I like it. But this is The Devil's Advocate, which is a common phrase that we say all the time. And I think it's a classic, so it's going to stay. But I pulled 2 out of that stack. That was more than I thought I would. Nostradamus has a movie. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. Would you recommend it? And like, also, what do I need to understand before watching it? That's kind of been my reason for not watching it. Do I have Save the Cat book? I have a lot of cat books, but I don't know if I have that in particular. All right, okay, so these are still in alphabetical. Should we do the next set here? This is going to take so long. I don't care, though. I'll have plenty of material to work with. Oh. This means I'm going to be touching every single book. I wasn't going to do that. Oh, well. All right, East of Eden, John Steinbeck, classic. Am I ever going to read it? I have no idea. Probably not. I know there's a movie as well. A writer whose work I've loved all about the Mercedes Lackey. This is called Firebird. She writes some dragon stuff. But Firebird is a coming-of-age fantasy novel with a most unusual setting. Medieval Russia before the Tsars. Yes, please. This I've been carrying around since high school, and I'm not getting rid of it. I'm telling myself I'm going to read Green Mile. Stephen King, I have kind of a love-hate relationship with, but I feel like I would enjoy this. I don't know. The Haunting of Hill House. I have read, but I don't remember anything about it because I keep mixing that up with another Haunting of Something House book. I think I liked it fine. It is Shirley Jackson as well. I read a Shirley Jackson book first this year. I read We Have Always Lived in a Castle, and it's very strange on the surface, but what it's representing is incredible. Wonderful classic. Wow, I rated Haunting of Hill House 5 stars, but I don't remember anything about it. Looking for solid evidence of psychic phenomena. All right, maybe I need to read it again or watch the movie again. I don't know. Mexican Gothic, I'm not sure what that is. Hi from Naples, Italy. Hello. The House on a Hill is another classic, Vincent Price. I don't think that's the one I'm mixing it up with, though. But obviously that's very close. All right, this is called His Majesty's Dragon. I'm going to keep it. I'm a dragon person. Naomi Novik has written something big, and I forget. I think it's back here. Yeah, the 5th season. No, that's N.K. Jemisin. See, this is good for me to do this because what else did Naomi Novik do? I feel like she's fantasy. I've been mostly reading fantasy this year. I just kind of looked at my end of year stats and it was interesting. Oh, she read Uprooted. Okay. All right. Well, I'm keeping it, so. I feel like I want to read all the books behind me. Yeah, same. Same. And I'm not getting to them, and that's part of the problem. Dracula I read in middle school and I loved it. A lot of people can't get through it. It's kind of dry, but I loved it. I don't know. Came back just now, was wearing my headset. Uh-oh, did I like laugh really loud in your ear or something? I want to read all the books. I just want these books to be in my brain. Like, just get in there. Like, I don't have the time. Like, 58 books is a lot of books to read in a year. But it's just a drop in the bucket of like what I want to read. So since I made some space in that first column, I'm going to try to put some at the bottom and we'll see if that works. I know at least these 2 could go. No, don't fall. Y'all are going to see me crash and burn. Ooh, that stack is kind of precarious, but maybe I could fit one more. because it would be Green Mile underneath. I'm going to try to fit one more. Let's see. Oh. I don't want them to all fall on my head. Okay. Okay. What? Okay, this is the rest of the pocket paperbacks. The red ones. There's a long way to go here. Where do I even start? Okay. This was at the bottom. This Horse Heaven, I see this everywhere in the nonprofit, and I've seen it so many times that I finally decided to just get it. I thought it was yeah, it smells good. I love the smell of pocket paperbacks usually. I thought it was nonfiction, but it's not. But it's about horses, so of course I like it. Or is it? All right, let's find this out for once and for all. Horse Heaven. Now, I've logged these all on Goodreads already, but I can't remember enough about them. But anyway, welcome back. Funny. I don't know what else to call you. The House of Haunted Hill has an audiobook. Yeah, a lot of them do. And you know what? I think that's why I don't remember much about Haunting of Hill House, because it was an audiobook. Normally, like, it's fine. Audiobooks are fine, but sometimes I don't retain as well. Basically a technology where you can store book information inside the brain and retrieve as you want it. Yes, instead of on my shelf, get into my brain. William Peter Blatty, I'm not sure who that is. And actually, I just finished Secret of Secrets by Dan Brown. Funny. In response to your comment a little bit, because there's his whole hook with that book is noetics, which is like the science of thought, and like there was like brain chips and stuff in it, so it kind of reminds me of that. I'm gonna have to get more water before this is over. Textual mnemonics and Bibliometrics Retrieval Interface. I like it. TMBRI. I like that one. We need to keep a book of your inventions here. Okay, so what the heck is this Horse Heaven book? I think I'm still going to keep it, but okay, it says fiction, horses. I used to read so many horse books, specifically horse racing books when I was little, so I think it's going to be a keeper. Let's see. Journey to the Center of the Earth. Here's Jules Verne, whoever was asking about that. Oh, these old like 70s pocket paperbacks are just, they smell so good. So that's a definite keep. Here's another Ira Levine one. A Kiss Before Dying. Oh, I gotta find more about that Boys from Brazil, because I have a feeling I'm gonna want all of the books by this author. Why did it just get so quiet over here? Oh, it's about Dr. Mengele. But it's fiction and horror. So I don't know that I'd want a book that's fictional about that, because I would want to keep my facts straight. I mean, I've got books on Dr. Mengele, unfortunately. Adam Levine, isn't he like a singer? Yes, I think he is. This is Ira Levine, the person who wrote Rosemary's Baby. And I was so addicted to that book. The person who was in chemistry inventing elements, huh? This one I'm keeping. I think I'm more likely to read that. Okay, Lies of Loch Lamora is a definite keep, but I forget what it's about. Yeah, it's a kind of fantasy. Oh, it smells so good. Okay. Maybe I should move everything over so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. Martian Chronicles, Ray Bradbury. I should read this sooner than later because I believe it's short stories. Am I right? Classic author, classic thing. Mork and Mindy. Who remembers Mork and Mindy? That was like Robin Williams' breakout role. I think this is just like, yeah, it's just like almost a, not a comic, graphic novel, but that'd be an easy one to count for my read. Hi, Sour. Dr. Mengele, yeah, he was the one that did a lot of inhumane experiments during World War II. I don't know if that's, yeah. Thank you, Sour Lemon. Multitude of Monsters. Fantasy has a unicorn on the cover. Keep. All right, of Human Bondage. I think this was either funny or spicy or both. Yeah, I think it's spicy, but it's like philosophically spicy. Is that a thing? I don't know if this is like, if I'm seriously going to read it, because it's kind of long too. I don't want spoilers though. Anybody ever read this? I don't know. I'm reading a little bit and I'm kind of meh. I've read a bunch of Jane Austen, yes, including Pride and Prejudice, Muhammad. The other guy, I thought we were... Oh, that's what you were talking about. I get it. Wanton Future King, T.H. White. Read it, loved it. This is not the exact copy that I read, but the other one was taken from me, and I'm mad, so I'm gonna keep a copy with me. Planet of the Apes, I mean, classic, keeping. Postman Always Rings Twice. I've tried to read this a couple times because I was like, it's short, and I also want to know, like, I don't know, the actual story. But I haven't been able to, like, get into it. But I feel like I'm going to regret it if I get rid of it, so I'm going to keep it. Alice Hoffman's Second Nature. This is one of those other ones that I keep confusing. Okay. He was beautiful. He was innocent. And in the locked room where the psychiatrists kept him, he was treated more like an animal than a human being. Ooh. Heavy, but, hell yes, I'm gonna read this. Ooh, this is giving me Wuthering Heights vibes for the second paragraph. I don't know. Intrigued. Gonna keep it. Jane Eyre is one of my favorite books of all time. It's my favorite classic, I think, other than the other ones I mentioned, but I loved Jane Eyre. USPS Guy rings. What? Wait. Oh, The Postman Always Rings Twice. That's an old movie and classic. Hi, Eli. Welcome back. I just had a whole bunch of dogs bark right here. All right, so the problem with stacking them on top of each other like that is that I have to, like, put them in from the bottom. Oh, wait, did I do this already? Yes, I did. Okay. Oh, I forgot about this. I need to just try and stick this in there somewhere. Dark Matter by Blake Crouch, because it starts with a D, so it should go in this first stack. This is one of those annoying sizes though, where it's like just a little bit bigger than the regular pocket paperbacks. This is a sci-fi, yeah, and I've heard amazing things about it, and it smells good. Oh wow, the font is really big in this. Maybe I can finish this quickly, actually. Huh, okay. Oh, I feel like if I put it in that front stack, it's gonna knock it over. I'm gonna try anyway. Unless I want to put it here. I'm gonna try. R.I.P. me if this falls on my head. It's kind of a stupid way to do things. Alright, let me see if I can make it work. Alright, Okay. I lived. So let's put, I'm gonna have to add to the stacks on the bottom. That just is what it's gonna be. I don't know. Yeah, that's gonna be annoying. All right, what I'm gonna do is look at the rest of the red ones and then see if I need to put them at the bottom. The most unique book of sci-fi I would recommend for you, Dune by Frank Herbert. If you hadn't read Dune, it's like one of the best sci-fi. It's a little slow, so if you watch the movie first, you'll probably love it. I tried reading it several times, and it wasn't until I saw the movie that I actually was able to finish it. So nothing wrong with that. But Dune is a must-read for sci-fi. If you haven't read, if you have read it already, let me know and I'll try to give you another one. Bibliometrics stacking and dimensional sorting specialist. Funny as writing my resume. I'm gonna totally take these ideas. Okay, Ray Bradbury. He wrote Fahrenheit 451. Something this way, wicked this way comes. Yes, not getting rid of that. Neil Gaiman, Stardust. Neil Gaiman has recently become problematic, but I did declutter some of his books. Okay, somebody just liked a TikTok video if you heard that sound. I might be okay with letting this one go. I really like Neil Gaiman's stuff usually. It's always a little bit creepy. But I might be able to pass on that one. So, and I need to get rid of stuff anyway. So, Things Fall Apart. Oh my god, so heavy hitting. I'm never getting rid of that. Two Princes of Bamar. This lady, Gail Carson Levine, she wrote Ella Enchanted, which I absolutely loved. It's a young adult, princessy book, but not an annoying princess. Fahrenheit 451, is that about the Bush thing, or is that 9/11? Fahrenheit 451 is about book burning, and it's a classic novel about censorship. So, neither. I don't need everything by this author, though, and let me see. One trait they share is their devotion to each other. They're sisters. There's dragons. I'm keeping it. Easy to please. I'm back. Your sister's mad because you didn't let her just sing. I told her she had to dance. Well, maybe you can take turns. Alright, let me see about putting this. Where'd my other books go? Okay, here they are. Oh, I have room. Look at all that room. See, this isn't actually where I needed to make the space, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Maybe I can stick a few of the other wider books up here anyway. Okay, we're gonna do orange? Let's do orange. I think this is all the orange, actually. I have 4 books on the bed that I'm probably getting rid of, so I'm proud of myself. Fahrenheit 9/11. Oh, yeah, I think that is, yeah. You were on Bush's administration's incompetence during 9/11. Yeah, I have this one I read. This is the entire timeline, including that of the terrorists of that day. Is the 9/11. Wait, no, not this one. This is the official. This might be what you're talking about. What did I read? I read something like this. Maybe it was that. I'm confused now. Anyway, orange books. When I tried to ask her nicely, but she said no. Aw. I'm sure you guys will work it out. If anything, you can just sing. It's your karaoke machine. You should be able to play with it. All right, this is a spoof of the Da Vinci Code. I'm keeping it. Da Vinci Code is like my guilty pleasure book. Novelization of Back to the Future 3, yes. The Book of Merlin, T.H. White. This is related somehow, I think, to the Once and Future King, which I read, and as a Falconer, you kind of have to. Dragon Society. Yeah, it has dragons, but book 2 of the Obsidian Chronicles. These are evil dragons. Oh, but they adopt an orphan. The dragons do. I need a maybe pile, don't I? Because I need to see if I can find the first book in this series to see if I want to hold on to it. Otherwise, I might not. Dragon Wing. You're going to see a lot of dragon books. But this is good because I need to, like, figure this out. That's a cool looking cover, actually. The guy riding the dragon. And this is the first in a series. I don't really need to read the back. It's about dragons. I, Robot, Isaac Asimov. Will Smith was in the movie. Keep. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I cannot remember if I read this book. I know I've seen the movie several times, the classic movie. I think I read it. I can't remember. So I think even like my Goodreads might not have it as read, or it might. I don't remember that either. You wrote me a Tinder bio. Isn't that for things that I don't want to be doing? Hi, plant! Oh, is Mikhail, right? Or is it Mikhail's wife? This one, let me see this one. Barbara Kingsolver, The Poisonwood Bible. This was, like, very popular for a bit. At least this author was, but... it might just be people doing stuff, and I don't know if that's my jam. Yeah, it's like a family that goes to the Belgian Congo, which is probably called something else at this time. They're like missionaries, but it's supposed to be very philosophical. The seeds they plant bloom in tragic ways within this complex culture. Oh, and it's about like the Congo fighting for independence. I don't know. I kind of want to read about the Congo more than the other stuff. Wow, what should I do about this one? Dragonheart, the book. We're going to get there as I've got that up there. This is Mika. Okay, my wife is cooking. She got you a cat. He's 12 and named William. That's awesome. Hold on, I'm like reading this in reverse. Oh, Tinder, consider it like any random dating app bio. I've never used Tinder either. I've never used a dating app, period. There's a book called Blood Moon. It's a vampire book. Yeah, that's one of the Twilight books, isn't it? Oh my god, funny. Certified Bibliophilic Olfaction Analyst. Specialist in textual aromatics and paper scent profiling. Dimensional bibliometric stacking engineer. I really like that one a lot. I don't know why that makes me laugh so much. Architect of neurobibliographic retrieval systems. I don't know about that one. Oh, what does the cat look like, Mikhail? Or plant, as I'm gonna call you. This is a maybe. This is a maybe. Okay. Shutter Island. Watched the movie, haven't read it yet. Not real keen on this author, but it's an amazing story, so I'm going to read it. This is about, I think this is an office romance. Like, not The Office, but it's a romance in an office, and I wanted to read it, so I'm going to. And I think that's all the pocket paperback orange. Let me see here. I have these just kind of stacked. These are both of Aurora's books. I just recently bought them. They're not going anywhere. This is by Carrie Fisher, Delusions of Grandma. I read it, and it was hilarious, as she is. I think I'm going to keep it, though. Just kind of attached to her books. Tale of the Shining Princess, I pulled out because I thought I could read it quickly. I think this is a lot of pictures. It's like, yeah, it's like very cool Eastern art. But I don't know that it has to go there. It is fiction though. And then this is about the actual The Office BFFs. Angela and Pam have a podcast where they rewatch every episode together. I was listening to it for a while, but they've got some really cool like behind the scenes stuff from The Office, which I was obsessed with and kind of still am. So I meant to read this like right away, but then I didn't. So I don't know if it needs to go right there, but obviously I'm keeping it. I haven't even read it yet. He's a long coat orange tabby and has a beautiful green eye. He lost one in a fight. He's still cute still. Aww. Well, my cat is 16, so hopefully William has a lot of life left. Let me go back and look at the things. Funny and insightful. I'm gonna take some of these things. I'm just not gonna write it down at this second. Irfan? Hi, Irfan. The Black Knight book. What a coincidence. Do you see something up here? The Black Knight? Are you talking about this? Because it had a... Hold on. I don't just read books. I inhale their essence. Stratify their spines? I don't know about that. And encode their wisdom for instant recall. Swipe right if you're ready for a partner who can literally sniff out authenticity. I like that a lot. Yay. The Blood Moon is another book. It's not Twilight. Hold on, let me look it up. Oh, Sandra Brown. Or is it Blood Chronicles? There's a couple. There's a couple options here. Sandra Brown I have read before. It's like thrillery stuff. The other one was about 18-year-old Mira Owens growing up in Timber Plains, Kansas. And yes, there's vampires. Stack your life in perfect order and never forget a single detail of your favorite story. I wish. Oh, you're such a purr baby. Aw, baby. The Blue Moon Dragon book? Why does that sound so familiar? Blue Moon. Is that the Immortals series? Maybe not. I don't know. It's a decent bio. Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Gosh, it's like hot up here. Eternal Flame. Evermore. Where's my zipper? There's like no zipper on this thing. It's a really tiny zipper. Okay. The wifey has made food. I repeat, the wifey has made chicken nuggets from scratch. Aw, the poor chickens. Go eat your chicken nuggets. And I'm gonna grab more books off of here. I think I could fit some of the like regular size paperbacks, tall paperbacks. Scratch and sniff, yes. Yes, particularly like scratch and sniff stickers. I'm not a vegetarian, but I've thought about it a couple times. I like cheeseburgers, what can I say? All right, this book, The Alienist, was everywhere for a while. Yeah, I think it's based on a true story about a serial killer. But like the first review says a rip snorter of a plot. A fine dark ride. What? I think this was called The Philosopher or something in a movie format. First-rate tale of crime and punishment that will keep readers guessing until the final pages. I'm not like dying to read it, but I know I was at one point. I don't know. I'm like reading it right now. I'm gonna put it maybe. Anna Karenina, it's not going anywhere. Oh, when I said poor chickens. No, I just pictured her like making chicken nuggets from the chickens because he said from scratch. So it's just, I don't know, my brain is weird. All right, plant, come on back. Okay, I'm gonna move my little frogs and go on to the yellow stack. Oh gosh. I mean, without those hardbacks there, I've got a whole place to stack. I need to make sure I leave room for some of the maybes. Batman Returns, novelized version. We'll never not have that. The Black Pearl. This is the guy that wrote Island of the Blue Dolphins. Crash by J.G. Ballard. Okay. J.G. Ballard wrote Empire of the Sun, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. But the book was meh, so I wanted to try to read something else by the author. I don't know that this is it, though. Okay, this might be very strange. Visionary in both style and substance, literary equivalent of Salvador Dali. What? Okay. I have to look this up on Goodreads to see. I might be getting rid of this. I'm not like obsessed with reading everything by this author anymore. Now your dad's playing karaoke with you. Yay! Oh, that's nice. It's a hallucinatory novel. I'm not feeling it. We're gonna go. It's gonna go. Devil Water by Anya Seton. I have no idea what it's about, but I'm pretty sure it was from a relative. So I don't think I'm gonna get rid of it. I've carried it with me for a while. This is like, I think it's historical. Yeah, set in the violent period in English history when the Jacobites attempted to restore the Stuart dynasty. That's like Outlander, so I'm keeping it. Anybody remember this? This was so nostalgic for me. Dick Tracy. Oh my gosh. So I got this recently, and is it a graphic novel? No, it's like novelized. I'm keeping it. I have to keep it. That's aging myself there. E.T. also never going to leave. I think it's novelized from the movie. First Night, another movie adaptation, although it might have been a book first, I don't remember. So keeping that. Never mind, you're staying? Okay. Well, if you need to go, go ahead. Go have fun with your Christmas presents, Jane. All right, this is called Goodbye, Mr. Chips, and my grandmother had a dog named Mr. Chips, and I never understood why, and I think it's from this, so I'm keeping it. Dick Tracy is a movie starring Al Pacino. Wait, like right now? It was a series, I thought, wasn't it? Oh, wait, no, 1990 film. Based on a comic strip. Yeah, but this one's not a comic strip. Ah, what's going on? Okay, my computer's being weird. Do I watch Stranger Things? Yes, don't spoil it though, because I've not finished the new batch of episodes. Wait, was it Al Pacino? What's going on? It was everywhere. Oh yeah, okay, Al Pacino. Yeah, it was that 1991. Okay. I'm orienting myself with the Dick Tracy stuff. I don't remember a whole lot about it, except the yellow trench coat and the fact that it was a detective and that it was like 80s or something. I guess a little later than 80s for this movie, but yeah, it was just, it's just such a nostalgic thing for me. The novel you just showed, yeah. Let me go back to it because I'm trying to keep these in order. Oh, this is the particular plot? Okay. Based on a screenplay, now a major motion picture from Walt Disney made it. Really? Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Thank you for that, because that makes me want to, like, I don't know, at least go watch the movie or something. It's a 1930s comic strip. Gotcha. Thank you for clarifying that. See, I knew somebody would recognize it. All right. Hawk Mistress. I have to keep it, right? I have to keep it. Marion Zimmer Bradley is a fantasy author. Also, look at the cover. There's like a falcon. So it's not a hawk, but this is, it might piss me off depending on the, I have to keep it. Islands in the Stream by Ernest Hemingway. Am I going to read it anytime soon? Probably not. Have I read Ernest, why can't I say his name? Ernest Hemingway? Yes. And I loved him. So I'm keeping it. Jonathan Livingston Seagull. You can read this in like an hour. It's like a little philosophical book told from the perspective of a seagull. It's kind of out there, but it's so cute. And I love it. We had a conversation trying to figure out, there's a Richard Bachman and then there's a Richard Bach, and we were confusing authors. I don't know who was there for that conversation in a stream not that long ago. Okay, you almost spoiled it. Good, don't. I caught you in time. Good. The Oldest Vampire Book. Wait, what? Dick Tracy, I remember the movie, the book, the action figures, the video game. You loved it. Great. That's great. It's like making me gravitate towards it more. Hi, Cujo. Hi, and no, today is not Sunday. It is Saturday, but I am very slowly going through my books and trying to declutter. So, where's my phone at? It's already at 46%. Crap. I'm gonna have to plug my phone in. I don't really want to film from my laptop because it's gonna be crappy quality. Let me see if I can get... I'm probably gonna have to take my phone down off of this holder because I want to charge it. Or maybe I'll charge it and then like come back if it dies, because it's gonna die. The first night, yeah, Sean Connery, amazing movie. Amazing movie. Did I say your name wrong? Oh, Indo. No, somebody else did. It is Saturday. Tomorrow I'm still gonna do the reading report. I have a ton of stuff to do tomorrow. Currently having a random emotional breakdown for no reason. Fun. Yeah, probably don't recommend that. I hope you're okay. Devil's Advocate starring Al Pacino is also based on the novel. Gotcha, because that came up not that long ago somewhere. Single and Ready to Mingle does not today. Jane, aren't you rather young to be worrying about dating? None of my business, but, you know. What was I just going to do? Oh, and, this is the book I was talking about. I was trying to ask you about another Jurassic Park book. It's not a Jurassic Park book. And not only did I forget that I had it, but I forgot that I already knew it wasn't a Jurassic Park book. So, Dragon Teeth. This is a Western. There's like one little like cowboy on a giant, like it does have to do with archaeology, but not Jurassic Park. So there's like dino skulls in it. But this is the one I was talking about. I already had it and I didn't even remember that I had it. Al Pacino and Madonna? Wait a minute. I gotta start watching these movies. I look like Lino from Stray Kids. Am I gonna regret looking this up? Who is that? Well, I'm not Korean. Maybe it's how I have my hair pulled back. I don't know. I am way on a delay. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, wait. No, I'm not. I'm just wasn't live. Okay, hold on. You wanted to test something on your keyboard. Okay, Jane. Warm baby? That's a whole bunch of things, Az. I can't follow your train of thought there. What's its name? No, but this is the same author. You said not everything about dinosaurs is related to Jurassic Park. But this is the same author and the same, like, T-Rex head. So how could I not think it had to do with Jurassic Park? And it's called Dragon Teeth. but it's not related. It's just, I guess they were trying to make money from the cover looking like it was related. I got it for free, so whatever, but not gonna lie, you kind of swear sometimes. Yeah, well, people are doing that younger and younger, so I can't yell at you for that. Watch the Devil's Advocate movie. It's a 90s movie. Okay, will do, Dale. I'll see you where it's streaming and try to watch it. Ugh, I think I'm gonna have to go down and get some more water. Fair enough, actually. Yeah, I mean, they really tried to, like, make it look like it was going to be like that. Your dad just laughs about it when you curse. And Funny's back. Are you saying the publisher is a scammer for making us hope? Anyway. Okay. I have a lot of yellow pocket paperbacks. This is gonna be like, I'm not even close, and I've already streamed an hour and 15 minutes, and my phone is dying. Hold on a second. Let me get a different charger, because that helped yesterday. Did I say yesterday? I meant last time, not yesterday. What am I even saying? I didn't stream yesterday. I'm scamming the poor author from books. What? Chat height reveal. I know, I don't usually stand up. And then I'm spamming the chat. The Book of the Dead is a good book, as yeah, I have that. The Tibetan Book of the Dead, are you talking about? If I had to, wait a minute. Scamming requires benefit or advantage taken without permission. She's not monetizing yet. Good point. If I had to pick only one music artist to listen to for the rest of my life, who would I pick? Okay, rest of my life, Rachmaninoff. Going with classical there. But my top 3 pop artists right now are Aurora, Coldplay, and Dodie. Don't know if you've heard of any of them, Jane, but there's your answer. No, I know, Indom. I don't know if other people realize you're joking. I know. Your camera is slightly tilted. Yeah, that's just gonna be a thing. It's not the best setup up here. This is a different room. But hello. What? Manthan? I don't know what to call you. This is not going to be the best cinematography, let's say, you've ever seen. Don't worry about it, Indom. Oh, hey, Jasmine. So you're not high anymore? God's great. Awesome. I may forget that, so forgive me in the future. Good to see you. How are you feeling? Alan Walker is your music artist for the rest of your life? The movie is based on a novel, but the movie is a better adaptation than the novel. Wait, which one are you talking about, Dale? What was your last comment? Because I'm on a delay, and it's annoying. I think I'm... Oh, The Devil's Advocate. Okay. Well, it's so, like, part of culture now, so I want to, like, remind myself what that is. You can call me man. Okay. You can call me Anna, or you can call me Fly. Either one. You'll remind me. Okay, good, because I can't promise. A lot of people are, like, changing their screen names, and it's throwing me off. Have I got my pension yet? Nope, not yet. I have written more than 300 poems. How can you publish in an English-speaking country? Guide me. Well, are they English poems? Are they in English is what I mean. Because there is something called independent publishing, but you'd have to, like, pay for your own books and then hopefully make the money back when you sell them. But you know how that goes, it's not a guarantee. So, I mean, technically you could pay to publish whatever you want. Okay, yes, talking about Devil's Advocate. Got it. Sabrina Carpenter, fair. I don't know much about her at all. But it's my age. You could listen to Can You Hear the Music at all times. I'm trying to like get that earworm in my brain and I can't. Indom is kidding, Jane. You're welcome to stay. I hunt down a book, The Waiting of a Dragon. The Waiting of a Dragon? I'm going to get so distracted and not finish anything today. After Yellow, I think I'm going to go to this true crime because I got to get rid of some of that stuff. The Waiting of a Dragon? I'm not getting anything for that on Goodreads. Yeah, that's a lot of books behind me, and this is only a fraction of the ones that I have in my house. I've been working on it for years. Talking about the cast of Dick Tracy movie, Warren Beatty, Madonna, Al Pacino, and the kid from Hook with Robin Williams, Peter Pan movie. There's a lot of kids in there. Oh, by Ludwig Göransson? I'll have to check that out later. Did you... Yeah, I did really look at Dogman. It's like a cartoon kind of thing. Yeah, I am going to donate the true crime. I got it from the same place, so. It's cheering you up. Yay, I'm glad. And this time of year is really, really bad for depression. And honestly, I'm kind of on a much lower level in general, like when I'm not on the stream. Yeah, everybody's talking about Devil's Advocate, so I'm going to have to... Devil's Advocate and Dick Tracy, so I'd pull them to like try and get to them next, but I know I'm not going to do it. Did I talk about this? I don't think I did yet. The Jungle Book. I read the actual Jungle Book, but apparently there's more than one Jungle Book. And I loved it when I read it, so I'm going to read the rest of them. How did you know there was a Schechter book? I know I talked about it before, Cujo, but I was just looking at what it's that was weird. That was like you read my mind because I was just thinking about it. Hi, thank you, Corn or Calm. The ring light is like blinding me, and then I'm trying to read the comments, and I'm like, what is happening? Trust me, it's from the movie Oppenheimer. Amazing. I'll have to check it out. Just drink a lot of coffee. You'll still be depressed, but hey, at least you'll get out of bed. Well, that's one way to do it. Oh, a new lawyer realizes his firm's partner is actually the devil. Accurate. Did I have codex gigas? I know what codexes are, but no. I said I couldn't finish it or something like that. Oh, that was a, yeah, I don't have that book anymore. I tried an audiobook by him, and it was gross. I'll show you the one I have, though. Let me get through the yellow-colored pocket paperbacks. This is going to take me months to get through all this. I really do want to stream it, though, because it's helping. All right, this one is a collection of short stories that are supposed to be funny. It's called Nights of Madness. Woody Allen, Ray Bradbury, Terry Pratchett, Mark Twain. A lot of famous authors, and I know they're backwards, but a lot of famous authors. But like, I don't know. Am I gonna read it? It's short stories, and it's funny. I'm gonna hold on to it. Dostoevsky, not getting rid of. Pierce Anthony, On a Pale Horse, not getting rid of. This is me with my bird. I read this. It was okay, but it looks like me with my bird, so I'm keeping it. Pavilion of Women. Oh no! I don't want to close the stream by accident. Pearl S. Buck is a classic author. Gosh, that smells good. It's a little dusty though. Whew. I think this also belonged to a relative, and it's been with me forever. I don't even... something about concubines. I don't know. I'm just gonna hold on to it. This is a classic that I haven't read yet, so I'm gonna keep that. This book, okay, this author wrote Watership Down, very famous about the perspective of a bunch of fictional, obviously, rabbits. This is from the perspective of a bear, but it was very boring when I tried to read it. So I never finished it, but I can't, it's like sentimental to me, so I can't bother to get rid of it. So I think I'm just going to hold on to it for a little longer. This is sort of Shannara, the Terry Brooks. That's another like mega fantasy world that I really should try. At the very least, I'm not getting rid of it, so that's good. All right. Okay. Whoa, I'm really behind on a chat. Okay, let me see. Hi, MPX. Welcome back. A celestial body's showering under the fountain as a man I'm seeing from mountain. What? You gotta check, if you're gonna publish it in English, I would have an editor check the grammar, because that's gonna throw people off. Gigantosaurus. Oh. Okay. I'm doing okay, MPX. How are you doing? Can you do a pose? Want to take a picture of me with your camera? How am I going to do that? For your camera. You're going to the oldest library in Chicago. Jealous. Yeah, Indom's not doing so good. Send Indom some like funny jokes or positive vibes or something. What's my biggest red flag books? Anything by Ayn Rand. Yeah. I got through Atlas Shrugged. Never again. Never again. Am I glad I read it? Yes. Do I still have it in the other room? Yes. Did I enjoy it? Parts of it? See, like red flag books, I tend not to keep because like Neil Gaiman just is having some issues and J.K. Rowling is having some issues. So it's more like that kind of thing where I'm like, I don't know if I want to support this person anymore. No, if I get a book for free that's been donated, it's a little different than if I'm spending money on their books. But yeah, I mean, I've definitely read some stinkers, but nothing's coming to mind for like straight up red flag books. Like I guess like really controlling men in like a romance story, I'm like, what the hell? As an example from like this year, just read the Pratchett one and then donate it. That's true. I could just at least read a couple of them. Bias chat. This girl is so fake. Thank you so much. I don't care. Bookaholic. Yep, that's me. When's your birthday, Indom? Did you ever post that Christmas one? Az looks like he's got a Firebird emoji here. I'm so behind. Yeah, I think that one person just left. No need for mods. I know what I'm probably bringing on if I tell you no, but I don't need a mod yet. And I've got my people coming to my defense, and I'm so happy reading this. Look at you guys go. Who is Cinderella? Cinderella is a fictional princess, sort of, who's like a maid. Like she's forced to be a maid in a house and she's treated really terribly. But she's actually like I don't want to spoil it, but it's a fairy tale. Jane's got it. Ayn Rand is like plutonium, right? You can't touch it, you can't deal with it or trade it. There's a lot of Ayn Rand that comes through the nonprofit that people donate. I think people either love it or hate it. I mean, I would never reread Atlas Shrugged. I read a book of hers called Anthem and really liked it. It was very short, but it was philosophical. Thanks for taking the time and the thoughtful answer. You're welcome. God loves me. Well, that's good to know. The 24th of January. Okay, well, that's not too far off. Maybe you need a break from the internet. Although I don't know what I'll do without you in the streams. So hopefully you'll still be online. Hi, MPX. Again, I think. Yeah, you said you quit it, but I don't know. Maybe you change your mind again? I don't know. Christmas was yesterday or something? No, 2 days ago? Where am I? I'm not looking at the books. You love fairy tales? That's good. Oh, you're making an edit that's going to take weeks. Take the time then. I don't have anything to publish next week. I gotta make some videos on the new animals, but I just haven't done it yet. I don't know. I've just kind of been like, get through Christmas as a goal, and now I don't know what to do. Except this. I wanted to go through books. I have great comedic timing. Thank you. I mean, I'm sarcastic, so whatever. Am I still crooked? I'm probably still crooked. Whatever. Speaking of crime, you picked up James Elroy compilation book. It has White Jazz, LA Confidential books in it. Cool. Oh, and Black Dahlia. That's how I know that name. Yes. I didn't read that because I wanted a nonfiction book about Black Dahlia. All right, I thought I had finished the... No, wait. I did finish the yellows. Haha. I am fluent in sarcasmese. Yes, I am. Okay, so I had 3 maybes. Where am I going to put these? Because, oh, I'm not even done the yellows yet. Damn it. Well, now you're crooked. All my books just like fell into the tripod. This is not professional filming. Can you tell? Can you tell? Okay. Let me try to do something the smart way a little bit here. I read a lot, but I'm not very smart. All right. I'm going to leave a little room for those maybes. There's only 3 of them, though. Let me see. Oh, no! All right. The only 3 little yellow ones. West Side Story, not getting rid of it. Watership Down, which I was talking about before. And then this is the second Watership Down. It's just short stories. It was fine. This was amazing, but you have to like be able to learn the vocabulary that they made up for these rabbits. Not a kid's book, by the way, even though it's about bunnies. But yeah. Okay. Can I fit you here? Let me fit you without falling down. All right, you're gonna have to go under here. Okay. All right, I may have to fix these stacks or they're gonna wake me up in the middle of the night falling. And I'm gonna get really scared, but there we go. I need to add that in my bio that I'm fluent in sarcasmese. Life is so boring. Sometimes that's why I read, though. Otherwise, life is horrifying. So, yeah. Movies and books. Dang, you should read more. Book glue can make you have to crap. Okay, that's too much information. I think you could be an author by gathering your all reading books experience. I mean, anybody can be an author. But you should, try to imitate, not plagiarize, but imitate, people you enjoy reading as you find your own thing. I can tell you're not smart because you tried lifting the books instead of putting... I'm alphabetizing them. I have to put them in that order. Or never mind, I'm just too short. No, I was trying to keep them in alphabetical order by title. But I don't know, like, I'd have to do the end of the alphabet first and then put them... You know what I mean. What am I watching? I don't know. Me? We're doing book sorting, and I'm not doing very much of it because I'm chatting with my friends instead. And you don't have to say how old you are, but you can if you want to. Yeah, there you go. It's for you to know and you not to know, okay? You don't have to call anybody stupid, but... Because funny is not trying to be like that. Book authors that are hyped, but you could never enjoy for whatever reasons. For you, it was Salman Rushdie, Cormac McCarthy, Bertrand Russell. I've never read Bertrand Russell. I've never read Salman Rushdie. And this is not about Satan, don't worry, but I have a couple of his books, I think. And I'm not going to get rid of them. That's a weird caption. Anyway, I got distracted. Cormac McCarthy, so far I love, but I've only read On the Road, I think, by him, but I loved it. I was really in love with that book. Bertrand Russell, I don't think I've read. Oh no, not my horsey. Okay, horsey didn't die, she's fine. Purple is fire. I love purple. I don't know if that's what you were talking about, but... Yes, Indom understands it now. Philip is here. Hi, I'm doing okay. I'm not getting as much done as I intended, but I kind of realized that would be the case because I started going through books today instead of wait till tomorrow for the reading report, and I'm glad I did because I'm nowhere near done. But I've gotten rid of 5, potentially 8 books, and that's really good for me, and we're nowhere near done. I give good energy and positive vibes. Thank you. No, don't call people stupid. Just wanted to know if it's a kid. Well, I mean, just there's minors in the chat. I know some of them, but not know them personally, but I know that some of them are minors, so we don't have to... I don't want to point them out, though, because I feel like that's unsafe. So I think Indom was right to not say his age, but there's minors in the chat, so I'm not going to point him out. But Indom, I'm sure he or she did not mean offense by that. I think they were just wondering. So don't be upset. Hi, Trevor. Indom wants us to call an ambulance. What's wrong? You're doing well, but did not enjoy Christmas, Philip. I'm sorry. Christmas is kind of like... Hold on, Indom, you don't have to be like that, Indom. It's okay. No, don't do that or I'm going to put you in timeout. Don't go down that route. You don't have to get angry. Because now you're going to upset other people, including me. So don't do that. Hi, Trevor. Did I say that already? Yeah, Philip, Christmas is kind of something to just, like, endure, to get through, I think, in my opinion. All right, that's enough, Indom. And yeah, hopefully Funny is still here. Hold on, what's going on? Book derived from the English word book is derived... What? Huh. Well, that makes sense, because they're wood. Man tried Blood Meridian. Reddit hypes it up. Well, I think it was a movie recently, wasn't it? And I think that did it a lot. On the Road is a post-apocalyptic story, and you have no idea what's going on, but you can't stop reading it. At least I couldn't. So maybe you just need a different Cormac McCarthy book, because I know there's people that hate his books, and I've only read the one. I do have a lot of books, and I do love to read, yes. And I've collected these over years and years and years of my life. You and your brother were fighting over Christmas. No, that's not good. I feel like nothing brings out people's angry, fighting, petty sides like holidays. Funny's here. Okay, it's okay. Yeah, just let it slide. But he's been a good follower of mine. Muhammad, I cannot read that text, but it kind of looks like Biblio. All right. I went through these. I have these. So let's start looking at true crime because I think I can get rid of quite a few of these. And you're going in timeout, huh? Because you can't be cursing at people like that. Yeah, we're not going to be doing that. We're not going to attack others. I don't think they made a movie of Blood Meridian. I'm pretty sure they did. Could be wrong. I must be thinking about something else. No Country for Old Men. That's what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of No Country for Old Men. So you were right. I enjoyed my Rocky Horror makeup. Thank you. There is like a vlog there of the actual show. I was just talking a lot about makeup for like half of it. I didn't mean for that to happen because my makeup video was like the previous one where I was testing that makeup, but then I don't know, I ended up with a lot of makeup stuff. Javier Bardem was crazy in that. I haven't seen it, but I've seen clips of it. I like how your eyeshadow and earrings and shirt matches. Thank you. Yeah, they kind of always do. Anton Chigurh? I don't know. I'm bad at movies. This is obviously my books or my thing. Hold on, but I'm looking it up because I think yes, you're correct. And yes, man got it there. Yeah. That's the name of the character. I got it, yeah, a second later. Philip liked it. Cool. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna like it. Oh, he's the bad guy. He does look like a bad guy. Main antagonist. Okay, I gotta go through true crime before my phone dies, which is 41%. That's not bad. Okay. This one's called Annie's Ghosts. From mental institutions to the Holocaust, from mothers and fathers to children in childhood, this book is one emotional ride. Okay, I love stuff about World War II. This is not from my World War II pile either. But is this fiction? Because if so, it's not true crime. Derp. A gripping detective story and a haunting memoir. Okay, so it is true. I've been reading it, like trying to figure out what it's about, and I still don't know. Oh, I think this kid finds out his mother was a Holocaust survivor? Or not. I'm gonna put this in the maybe pile because I'm not sure what's going on there. Some of these true crime ones might be a little upsetting, so just warning you there, because this one's about the Boston bombing, the Boston Marathon bombing. That just really upset me when that happened. I mean, obviously, I guess that, you know, but I want to know what was going on with that, so I'm keeping that one. Okay, let me see. It's a slow burn, but the movie is 10 out of 10. Okay. The Rocky Horror live show thing has been going for a long time, 50 years. Yeah, that's why I went to this one. You remember some friends in high school going to that show, 1996. Yeah, I went to it in the early 2000s. But that was the last time I had gone to see it live, and it was, yeah, it was so fun. You have it on Blu-ray? Yeah, it's so good. It's so bizarre, like, it makes no sense at all, but the more you watch it, the more you're like, "I think I'm starting to get it." And I know it's iconic for, you know, a lot of the LGBTQ support and stuff. I had so much fun there. The only reason I'm in this channel is to feel bad on realizing how much I'm missing out not reading books. You know, I want you to feel bad being on this channel. But maybe this can help you select which books you want. My book collection is amazing. Thank you. Book reader's soul of the poet or writer. I'm not sure what you're trying to say, but I think I get your vibe, Mohammed. Yeah, that was a tragic day in Boston. And I remember watching the them trying to find the killers, like the bombers, and like just being like shocked and amazed. Philip, that's okay. It's okay if you guys don't read much. I mean, most people don't, but I had an activity to do, and I like seeing my regulars, and so I kind of accidentally got into talking about them, and the Goodreads giveaways. But anyway, that's for tomorrow. What are we doing again? Why am I alphabetizing? So I had already alphabetized it. I'm trying to find books that I can get rid of. That is the main goal. I'm not doing very well because I'm reading the comments and I like talking to you guys. But this is my true crime stuff that I haven't gone through in a while. So I'm trying to figure out what I can get rid of. So these are not alphabetized. For bibliophilic olfactory analysis, yes. Yes. All right, while they slept, an inquiry into the murder of a family. Was this the Katrina one? No, it was not. Hold on. What was this one? Okay, this is, again, this might be upsetting stuff, but this is true crime, okay? So, but this is a kid who murdered his family, but there might have been abuse going on? I mean, I have a lot of books like this, so I'm not sure. Yeah, it's like how kids adapt to this tragedy, but I'm gonna put this as a maybe. All right, this is about the Bermuda Triangle, which is something that I thought would affect my life a lot more than it did. This one smells good. My olfactory analysis is that this one is a 9 out of 10. So I think I had 2 Bermuda Triangle books at some point, and I was only going to keep one, but I can't remember if I got rid of the other one yet. Let me see, because I think it was the same author. It was literally like 2 books, but it was like this. It's the same book, but I think it was like a different edition, and I was like, but what if it has more interesting stuff that I don't have in the other book? All right. I mean, I'm gonna keep it unless I find the other one. The DeFeo murders? No, it was about what's the kid's name? 18-year-old Billy Frank Gilly Jr. I like this kind of story, but I don't know if I need this version of it. But I'm into like abuse survivor kind of stories. So I don't know if this is like a not justifiable, but like a justifiable murder argument case. I don't know. I'm gonna look into it a little more. My audiobook collection is just on my phone, or it's like through Spotify. I don't have many like physical audiobook like tapes or CD stuff. Like it's mostly just digital. How am I able to read so much? Escapism. I just don't want to be This whole year, I just haven't wanted to be where I was, so I read. Any spare minute I got, I read, and I enjoyed it. But this year I read the second most number of books that I've ever read. So I'm like, not usually quite that many. I don't know what I'm saying. How to Be a Billionaire? Do I have a book like that? No. Oh, God. A line of nonfiction. That's awful. No, not like that. I heard burrito triangle. I think I need to make some. Without a trace. the burrito triangle. Actually, it says author of the Bermuda Triangle, so maybe I still do have a Bermuda Triangle book. Wait. I'm confused. What a surprise. I need to go get that Schechter book before whoever was asking me about that. I was talking about this one last week too, on a reading report though. After the Funeral, The Posthumous Adventures of Famous Corpses. I don't know how they made this book funny, but they did. And it was like people that had died, but then they needed them for something, so they just continued to do something with the dead body. It's so good. It's so good. So I'm not, even though I read it already, I'm not getting rid of it. The burrito 3 burritos to rule them all. I love you guys so much. Okay, you read Oedipus, so tragic. Also read Oedipus Rex. Wait, I didn't know those were 2 different things. Or tragic fall because it's twist. Yeah, like I've studied, like most people, the ancient texts, like I'm not as into reading them out of a classroom setting. I don't know, they're not like what I read for fun. I mean, I'm sure there's some. It sounds like a Mary Roach type book. Yes, it does. It does, but it's not. Who is this by? Edwin Murphy? I'd never heard of it. The title grabbed me. I got it. Yep, I got it from the nonprofit, and I'm so glad I read it. It was so bizarre. It's so fun. The Mary Roach book. Hold on, I'm gonna do 2 in a row here. The Mary Roach book is here. Spook. We were talking about this one. This is The Science of the Afterlife. This is absolutely staying. So we were talking about that one, and then the Schechter one is down here. Hold on a second. Let me find it. Where are you? Where did you go? Maybe you're not down there. Where are you? Hold on, I gotta find it. It's about Ed Gein. Here. It was right there. This is Ed Gein by Harold Schechter. So it's probably really disgusting. Now, I don't think I need to keep this one though, because I have read books about Ed Gein. I've watched documentaries about Ed Gein. You guys there? It almost cut me off, and it wasn't my phone's fault. Hold on. I don't want to hold that up too far. After the Funeral, yes, and then Spook, and then this is called Deviant. Yes. Sorry. Thank you for reminding me that I need to like read the titles because they're backwards for you guys. Man, what are you trying to get me into? Rank these seemingly random things. Books, hula hoops, circus, reptiles, falcons, and cats. What could you have seen recently that had all of those things listed? I'm going to get back to that. Do I believe in the role of fate? Sometimes. I don't know if that's what it is, but something's going on. Yeah. We are all being scapegoat of role of fate. We can hear you now. Okay, good. Going to see if you can find used copies of those. I wish I could just send you one, but don't give people on the internet your address. Unless you have a P.O. box or something, although it's going to cost money to send it. Oh, now I'm looking at this, and I'm like, I kind of do want to read about it. But Oh, okay. I was just wondering about this, and then it says a note on pronunciation that it's Geen as in fiend, not Gein as in fine, so it is Ed Gein. Yeah, I don't... The shocking true story of the original Psycho. That's not what Psycho is based on. I can kind of see the parallels, but it's not really the same thing. He doesn't have a very high kill count, but he just did really gross stuff and was, I'm sure, very mentally ill. I want the Albert Fish and H.H. Holmes one too. Yeah, so it was you, Cujo, I was talking to about this. I know you mentioned it earlier. I'd already forgot who said that. Do I have medical books? I have some forensics books. Are those medical books? Not a doctor. I have veterinarian books too. But let me go back to this list that Man posted up there. I mean, how can I rank art and animals? Like there's a reason that that's all of my, channel. I mean, animals I have loved and taken solace in my entire life. Cats came first, horses, then the falcons or raptors, then the reptiles. If I had to, I don't know, make some kind of thing. I mean, books, again, in the art category, books have been with me the longest as well and been there for me the longest. The circus stuff includes hula hoop. And then the makeup would come after that, I think, because I got into that later. And it's not, it's fun. It's not like a, I don't know, solace kind of thing. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, oh good, I more like high on books. I'm not high. I am enthusiastic. Psycho and Texas Chainsaw borrowed elements from Geen. Oh, I didn't know that. I can see it, kind of, but there's less graveyard stuff, let's say. Thank you for subbing. Silence of the Lambs did too. Well, Silence of the Lambs is its own book by Richard Harris. I read what was supposed to be the first book in that series called Red Dragon, No Dragons. It was horrifying. I mean, it was a horror, I would say. But Silence of the Lambs was supposedly the second book in that series, but Hannibal Lecter wasn't in the first one at all. It was just serial killer. So I never did get to reading Silence of the Lambs. That's why I started that series at all. But I'm telling you, you could be a perfect protagonist in a post-apocalypse world. That was a hard sentence. Why? I don't want to be in a post-apocalyptic world. Unless we're already in it. Shit. That sucks. Sorry, I just cursed. And Texas Chainsaw Massacre copied by Saw movie. That makes sense. Buffalo Bill was a Geen type. Ooh. I don't know much about that. Anyway, I'm not going to keep this, for sure. Because even though, like, I've already read stuff about him, so I don't necessarily need more about him. This is all Anne Rule. None of this is going anywhere. Anne Rule is kind of the queen of writing true crime. I think she's passed away now, but she has books of short stories of true crime books that you can't see that I'm pointing to off the camera, but I'll bring those over. And then she has standalones that are true crime. I've read several, three or four. But I've collected everything that I could find at the nonprofit by her, so she's not going anywhere. So that's an easy stack to keep. All right. Oh, they're so stuffed in there that I can't even move them. All right, yeah, I'm gonna have to like clean this before I put my books on it. Sorry, I know I'm moving you guys all over the place. I'm not a very good YouTuber. Okay. Whew. and roll. There's so many by her that I'm not even gonna pull them out one by one. Okay. No! Oh, I don't want to break this eyeshadow. Okay, I didn't break it. Okay. Alright. Some of my true crime doesn't need to be in my true crime section. It can be in, like, biography or, like, I think there's one about sharks that I'm gonna get to in a second. Was this the one that I'm asking you guys like you're gonna know? This, I think this is, no, this isn't the one that I read. What did I read? I read a 9/11 book that was like this, but this is the actual 9/11 investigation report. It smells good, but 9/11 is something that is very near and dear to me. I'll never forget where I was kind of situation. This is a 9/11 book, but it's about people who actually survived it, which we often hear how many people died that day, but I want to know also how many people got out. And I started this at some point, but I didn't continue with it. Definitely a keep. So both of those are a keep. This is the Katrina one dead in attic. Okay, collection of stories by columnist Chris Rose recounting the first harrowing year and a half of life in New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina. And it must have been horrifying, and I don't know why I enjoy reading about that. I mean, clearly it's not an enjoyable topic, but I haven't found a book like that. So I was gonna keep that one. That one's, yeah, One Dead in Attic is that one. Let me look at the chat a little bit. I have an eccentricity that could translate into excellent skills in survival, culture keeping, and even leadership. Wow, that's a very unique compliment, but I do take that as a compliment, I think. Kind of morally conflicted protagonist who has to take tough decisions. Yeah, that's my life. Yeah, I think you just named my autobiography. Sharks! Love Cujo's comment there. Wait, is that in this stack? Yeah, it is. It's coming up. I think I need to fix my bookshelf because it's looking like chocolate shop. Wait, what do you mean? I don't understand. Actual 9/11 report, putting them into fiction? You know, you have a point there. Hello, I'm a financial advisor writing my first book right now. Interesting. I am not a financial advisor. How do I make money? Yeah, please tell us. Hi there. Yeah, I do have a crazy book collection. You came in right for the true crime, though. I'm not a psychopath, I swear. Most of what we were talking about the first hour was fiction. But I want to see if I can get through these before my phone dies. So this one's called Call Me Elizabeth. I think it's an amnesia situation. Oh no, it's about an escort in the sex industry. Keep. I don't know why I'm fascinated with that, but I am. Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. This book was everywhere. Everywhere for a while. And every freaking, like, shelf had this on it that was being donated, but I don't even know if it was nonfiction. Although it does say a hilariously foul-mouthed drag queen. So maybe I need to keep it just from that. No, this is, okay, this is all over the place. Somebody tell me if this was real. It was a movie too, this one was? Oh. There's only a thin line between enthusiast and psychopath. Hey, watch it. That line is strong. I mean, you got a point. Okay, I'm gonna put this down, but I need to look that up. The Great British Ghost Hunt. Maybe Philip should tell me if I should keep this one or not. Is this a real thing? Like, I'm fascinated by ghost stories and paranormal stuff and whatever, but do I really need a book about it that may or may not be true? I think there was an Ireland one too, and I just thought it was okay. I don't know. I think I can let that one go. Sharks! Ah! It's called Devil's Teeth. I love sharks. Since Jaws scared a nation of moviegoers out of the water 3 decades ago, or maybe more, great white sharks have attained a mythic status as the most frightening and mysterious monsters to still live among us. So it's about great white sharks, which are my favorite. And I think it's about shark attacks. Yeah, I am obviously keeping this, but I think it needs to go with my other animal books, not in true crime, because sharks cannot be accused of a crime, as far as I'm aware. Let's see. Devil's Teeth feels more like a tropical appetizer than the cover. Yay, sharks. Me too. I like Cotswold's ghost stories in the UK. Oh, cool. Paranoid activities. Paranormal is existing. I like that too. I believe in paranoid activities. Yeah, you're not kidding. Where do I put this? Because this is staying but moving. I'm gonna put it over here. We have a new pile. Oh my god, how am I gonna clean this up and go to bed? Whew. I really thought I would get through more of this. Okay, now that my hand is empty, Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. Should I just like watch the movie and see if I want to read it? I saw it so frequently that I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna grab one. But I don't know. It does say true crime, but it also says mystery, like book club. Maybe that could still be nonfiction. It's like an Old South true crime situation here. They don't predate, then yeah, they are curious shark baits. Yeah. It's a great description for an appetizer bite-sized. Wait, what was it called? Devil's Teeth. Okay, the Laramie Project is a famous bad thing that happened, but I don't know much about it. It's really sad, but I think I am going to try to read it at some point. Natasha Kampusch, I don't know why, but I'm fascinated. I think I mentioned earlier, like survivor stories, but especially like people that were kidnapped for long periods of time and how they survived it. So this was one of them. I have the J.C. Dugard books. I have the girls from Chicago that were kidnapped for like 10 years. I have, who else do I have? I've read the Elizabeth Smart book, although hers was less than a year, but still valid. So I'm gonna keep it, even though I read that one. I'm gonna keep it. This one, People Who Eat Darkness. This was true crime based in Japan. This was so good. It tied into like sex workers somehow, I believe. Or am I misremembering that? I just remember really, really liking it, and I couldn't put it down. And it's about a Japanese serial killer. It was fascinating. I don't know what else to say about it, really. I think I'm gonna, oh yes, send you the Japan one. Yeah, right, yeah, People Who Eat Darkness. I think there might be something else with this title as well, so make sure you get, this one's by Richard Lloyd Perry. It'll be on my Goodreads if you care to look at that. You don't have to have an account. The attack in Egypt recently was worst shark attack I've heard about. Really bad tiger shark attack on a young Russian man. Tiger sharks are like a whole different situation than great whites, in my opinion. Like tiger sharks will eat anything. Yeah, you need a P.O. box. Well, at least you got the recommendations. Mohammed, I haven't read Heart of Darkness. I think I have it. I'm trying to remember what color it is, but I'm not going to get to it tonight anyway. You need to leave. Okay. Good seeing you too. And hopefully we are back with the back cover. What? Back cover one para of the novel, The BOA That Kept People Safe. What? I don't understand. Did I miss something? They are more brutal compared to great whites. Yeah. They found like license plates inside of tiger shark stomachs and stuff. Like weird, like, why did you think this was food kind of situation? I'm keeping this for now. I don't need to, but I did mark some of the paragraphs. Once I write, and notate a book, I have a hard time letting go of it. Oh, Bibliophilic olfactory analyst. Okay, sorry. Where in the book you were the world-saving protagonist. Yeah, I gotta get a quote from some part of this conversation and write it down with no context. Okay. Oh my gosh, there's so much more true crime. 1, 2, 3, 4, like stacks still. Let me put some of this back up there. It's not in order, but I'm gonna just stick it up here. I can reorganize it later. The Bermuda Triangle one, I still have to find out if I had another one. Leader of the Bermuda Burrito Triangle and Crayola Buddhists. Dude, that was like the best stream. I'm enjoying this one very much as well right now, but the Crayola Buddhist thing was so random. I hope Mike turns back up at some point. I hope he's not mad at me for telling him not to curse so much. After one of our younger people cursed a lot in this stream and haven't seen him back yet. I hope he's okay. If you're still here, Funny, then good night. I'm sorry. I should have said that when you said good night. You need a cooking book? You're gonna have to be more specific. I don't have a lot of cookbooks, and I'm in my true crime section, so that would be weird. Do I want to keep this or not? Ugh. I've had it for so long. You know what I should do is try a chapter of these maybes. I'm gonna put it in a maybe pile. I gotta keep going. Oh, okay. Here's my great white shark, by the way, who I've carried around since I was a kid. Okay. A real-life Hannibal Lecter who spawned a 20-year spree of madness and murder. Born evil. Wait, who's the dude, though? Haddon Clark? Wow, this guy is really intense. Okay. This is several in-person video interviews. Okay, this is a keep. True crime cookbook would be wild. I'm sure it's been done. I'm sure there's like been a theme or something. Held hostage, the true story of a mother and daughter's kidnapping. What did I just say about kidnapping survivors? Do I need this one, though? She was a banker? And they wanted them to rob their own bank with a bomb strapped to them. Whoa. Okay. See, like, it's so lazy, though, because, like, I can watch a documentary about this case instead of read this book. And it's like a bank robbery. Like, that doesn't grip me as much as, like, the weird stuff. I think there's a twist in here, but I'm going to put it with maybes. I knew I could get rid of more of this true crime than I thought. This one's called Invisible Darkness. The shocking true story of the perfect couple and their secret life of doing bad things. Wow. Okay. So it's like a Bonnie and Clyde kind of situation. Yeah, I'm keeping that one. Papillon is, I think it's written by a prisoner. This is very famous, who was innocent, and he eventually proved himself innocent. Am I remembering that right? So I'm definitely keeping it. Making friends among the Taliban. This was very relevant when I was in college, and I enjoy books about understanding a culture in order to like get along with a culture that's not your own. It's short, and I'm still interested in understanding. Yeah, this is based in Afghanistan in particular, a peacemaker's journey in Afghanistan. So I'm gonna hold on to that. Noam Chomsky, 9/11. This is not the one I read either, though. But Noam Chomsky is intense. Let's just say that. He's got some opinions. And then this one, Alive, was a really popular movie in the 90s for a really obscene Chomsky. What? Okay. I don't know what that is. That's probably someone I'm gonna have to block. If you remember this movie, it was icky but fascinating. It's about a plane crash where they had some people die and they had to survive. I'll just leave it at that. Obviously true story, and I'm keeping it because I've wanted that book for a while. We do need more peacemaking, and I don't think we stand a chance right now with our current leadership, where I'm at least. The football team in the Andes, yes, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Wait, was it a football team though? Yep, a rugby. Yep, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, I haven't seen that movie in ages, but I'm gonna. You just got it. Yep. I'm not gonna read that comment, but yep, that's exactly what it was. See, you and I are true crime fanatics. All right, The End of the World as We Know It, Scenes from a Life. Is this a... I think this is going to be a biography, but do I need it? Oh, it's an... Okay. It's about a very abused little boy. See, I don't know if I want to put the really dark biographies downstairs. No, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at you. Sorry for being graphic. I'm not mad. You can say it. I couldn't say it. But that's exactly what that movie was like famous for. I'm keeping this, but I don't know if I want to keep it up here. Oh, I don't know. I need yet another pile. I know Devil's Teeth is going somewhere else, but I don't know about this one. I guess I'm gonna make another pile. I don't know. Runaway Diary of a Street Kid. This is another survival story. She ran away at the age of 14 in Vancouver. She was homeless for 2 years on the street as a child. This one, I forget. Is this an actual diary? I think it's an actual diary entries. Is this real? How did she keep such meticulous diaries if she's on the street? I mean, it's not impossible, but still. I'm gonna put it in maybes because I didn't even really remember that I had it, to be honest. Where is my Excel spreadsheet? Oh, it's here. Every single one of these that I'm removing from the collection, I have to take off the spreadsheet. So that's gonna happen before they physically leave the building. But yes, they are. I mean, they're all in there. This is Lucy is the oldest, was the name that they gave the oldest skeleton that they've ever found. She was a human ancestor. not even necessarily, I don't even know if she was Homo sapiens. I think it was even before that. So keeping. Is it true crime though? It's archaeology. Canon, yes, I like books just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm gonna have to take a picture of my bed that is covered with books right now that are either coming or going or maybe leaving. Okay, this is the reason that I kind of want to keep that other biography. This guy who just made it in. Hey, Ella. Hey, I'm going through my, like, true crime right now, so it's kind of disturbing. Yeah, archaeology is cool. So, like, should I put that somewhere else? Maybe I should put that somewhere else, because it's not crime. This is history. I'll put that downstairs. I'm not in my animal section with Devil's Teeth, but clearly the other thing. So Dave Pelzer is a horrible abuse survivor. But he wrote some very profound books, including one called A Child Called It, which is disgusting, and I had to get rid of it. But that's not his fault. He told, what actually happened. But the books that he wrote, especially this one as an adult, were just really inspiring and, like, profound for not just abuse survivors, but, like, anybody. So, and just how he dealt with his abusers and stuff. So this is one of my favorite books, in whatever category you'd call this. I don't know. It's a memoir, but it's about the survival part of it. I read 2 others by him that were part of his Child Called It thing. And then this one is kind of in between in the timeline that he wrote on, but I haven't read it yet. So this is more about the foster care system that he went through. But like Child Called It was true crime. I mean, that's what happened to him. So I think I'm going to keep him with true crime, but I don't know about that other one. Where did I even put it? I put it over there. Okay. I might have to try a chapter or something with that, but Dave Pelzer, I'm keeping. This one, Infidel, I think I decluttered this. Yeah, this is more of a biography, but she's from, where's she from? Is she from Iran? Raised in a Muslim family, but where? Sought asylum in the Netherlands, but where did she start out? This was kind of another, I did finish the Dan Brown, and I have issues. I'll talk about that in just a second. I started reading this by accident. Like, somebody had it, and I was forgetting my book, so I just picked it up. And I loved the way she wrote, so I ended up picking it back up again. Where was she from? Or was there just a Muslim terrorism situation? I'm not getting rid of it, and that's the point of this stream. So, Dan Brown. I'm upset. It kept foreshadowing over and over and over and over, and I was like, this better be a really spectacular ending after all this foreshadowing. And it was, for about a page, and then he ruined it by involving a mental illness that I'm not going to say which one because of spoilers. He got it totally wrong. Totally wrong. And I was pissed. I was like, no, you didn't just do that. Because he's known for his, like, historical fact accuracy, and you're gonna get facts about a mental illness wrong? I was upset. I'm gonna have to make a video about it to kind of set the record straight about some of it. So I kind of felt like that part was a little lazy. The alternative would have been, like, a good character turning evil, but we've done that a million times. That would have been more satisfying, I think. Like, he handled it with respect, but he was just wrong. And it's gonna be so hard not to spoil it, but it's like I was mad. I was mad. I was gonna name it name it. I was gonna rate it 5 stars, but I bumped it down to like 4 or 4.5 because I couldn't get over it. Couldn't do it. So that was a little bit of a bummer. What am I at? 36? Okay, I thought I was 26. I mean, you can read it, just like it was a good book. But still not his best. And it's like, okay, so like Da Vinci Code was problematic because of what he said about Jesus. Jesus wasn't reading it. People with mental illness are reading it. People with that mental illness that is already stigmatized are reading it. So like, oh, we're both 36%, Cujo. We're battery percentage twins. Yeah, so I mean, it was a really good book, but you can't believe everything he says, I guess, which I mean we should have known already, but anyway. Okay, so let me put these back. I have like at least 2 more sections to go through, but I'm doing pretty good. If I get rid of my maybe books, I'll already have gotten rid of, let's see, there's 6 for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more that are maybes. And I'm pretty sure I can get rid of some of them. Ella's got 51%. Yeah, last time we did a battle of the battery percentage. It was really just random and funny. So that's where that's coming from. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, I don't want to talk about that right now. Let me get the other stack here. This is another Anne Rule, Every Breath You Take. I may have read this one actually, but none of the Anne Rule ones are leaving, like I said before. And I'll show you, I have the first one in her like case files stories, so I'll show you that one. Teasing Secrets from the Dead. It's more orcheology. What did I just say? Orcheology, the study of orcs, apparently. Although it says investigations at America's most infamous crime scenes. So I guess it has to stay in true crime. Yeah, I'm keeping that. Dead Men Do Tell Tales. You noticing a pattern here. Another one that's, yeah, like archaeology, true crime. The Strange and Fascinating Cases of a Forensic Anthropologist. I mean, forensics is true crime, so it belongs up here. I'm keeping this, because I've read a bunch of them like that, and that are similar to that, and I loved it. These are the ones that I was telling you about with the Cleveland survivors. Amanda Berry, Gina DeJesus, and Michelle Knight, who goes by Lily now. Michelle Knight wrote 2 books, and especially the first one just blew me away. She's just so intelligent, and her life is so tragic, but she survived. And then I don't know if this was actually written by the survivors or kind of just approved by them, but it was a little bit more into their story, especially Amanda Berry's. Yeah, that book was called Dead Men Tell No Tales. Yes. Yeah, I'm sure that's probably why they named it that. Yep. So, but even though I've read her books, I would read those again. So I think they're staying. There's 2 from this girl. Which one is first? Carolyn Jessup. She was born into a radical polygamist cult. At 18, I became the 4th wife of a 50-year-old man. I had 8 children in 15 years. Why am I so fascinated by this? Hey, Esther! Yeah, this is my bedroom where I have a lot of my fiction books and my true crime, which is what I'm currently going through because I'm trying to get rid of books. It's going okay, but slowly. So this is going to be a long process. But yeah, she wrote like a follow-up book to this, and I think I've got to keep it. Yeah. I'm amazing. Thank you. Trying to. Yeah, trying to is the opera phrase there. I have to at least get through the true crime, though, before my phone dies. And I can't believe how long I've actually been on this stream. I get so distracted by, like, I have regulars now, and I love it. All right. I'll Be Gone in the Dark is one of the creepiest cases I've ever read, he had a couple different names because he kept going to different places and they didn't connect the dots, and he was given like different, he wasn't just a serial killer, he did some R-word stuff too. That was mostly that, I think, and that was another reason why they didn't necessarily find him, because a lot of people were not reporting. But he did some weird stuff, like I'm not gonna get too graphic, obviously, but he would like break into a man and woman's home, tie them both up, and like stack dishes on the man and say, if you move, if I hear these dishes rattling, I'm gonna kill her. What? Like, it's just crazy, crazy, crazy. Sorry, Cujo, I might be lagging too. Let me make sure I'm still, yeah. Alice says not lagging yet. It's been laggy up and down, but Golden State Killer was one of them. This woman researched this person her entire life and passed away right before they actually did find out who it was. But only recently. And the guy's like in his 70s now. But there were, I listened to like 4 hours of a podcast about this case because I was like, when are they gonna catch this sucker? Like, when? And they didn't. I was so pissed. But they do think they know who it was now. He hasn't gone to trial yet, so I don't know how they can say that really, but I've wanted this book ever since I found out about this case, so that one's definitely staying. This is about self-defense, and I don't know where to put this. How to defend yourself against armed assault? Does that belong in true crime? Also, I don't know if I can, like, learn this from a book. I've taken some self-defense classes. This is called I'll Be Gone in the Dark. The killer... what were the other names of this guy? It was like also the East area R-word, and I gotta look it up because I don't remember the guy's actual name. He hadn't offended in like a long time. Patton Oswalt first wife? Huh? What? Golden... Joseph James D'Angelo. You'll probably, if you're a true crime follower, you'll probably recognize his mugshot. He had a very distinctive voice, and he would call either the victims or the police, and it was very bizarre. It was fascinating and horrifying. So, oops, nope, that's not what I wanted to do. He did, yeah, they did catch him through a DNA test. They apparently were like, I think this is the one. They were apparently like tracking him for like a discarded napkin or, you know, something they could DNA test, and that's how they got it. I don't remember if it was the Ancestry.com situation. It could have been. But it was a bonkers story that went on just way too long, was unsolved, and they finally think they know who it was. And if you hear his voice, you're gonna know. I don't know, where do I put a self-defense book? Like, I don't feel like I should get rid of it, but it's more like reference. I don't know if I need it up here, because I'm not even like I'm looking at them and not even remembering that they're here, so I don't need them to be looked at all the time. Oh, I'm sorry you don't have many friends, Esther. Yeah, we can be online friends. I've got a bunch of regulars that are coming now, so you'll meet other friends too. His voicemails are on YouTube. I'm sure they are. They're creepy as hell, right? I don't know if I can learn. I'm gonna put this downstairs. It doesn't need to be here. All right. Anne Rule famously wrote a book about Ted Bundy because she knew Ted Bundy. It's called The Stranger Beside Me. So that might be how she got famous or how I found out about her. I don't remember. But then I just started getting anything she wrote. Is this one of her compilations? There you go. I will be your friend too. Ship's Pilot Legend. No, this isn't one of the... Oh, it is Crime Files, Volume 11. They have Ed Gein's voice on YouTube. He sounds like a regular Wisconsinite. Yikes. I don't think I've heard that, but I've been listening to true crime podcasts and stuff. Gosh, I just remembered why I started listening to them, but it was like 2015. So I think YouTube was a thing, but I don't know if everything was on it. You're heading out to karaoke. Oh, somebody was, they got a karaoke set for Christmas, so were telling me earlier. Aw, thanks. I'm gonna put aside this Anne Rule one. Love Me to Death is this one. The chilling true story of William Wild Bill Cody Neal, the vicious Denver lady killer. Oof. This is grim. Sorry, guys. I still have a whole section that I haven't even gotten to. I'm gonna try. And then tomorrow, if I do this, I'll have to just not have done as much as I would like to. I don't know if I need 8,000 Anne rule books and this one. Ooh. Okay, it's pretty brutal. And classic narcissist. I'm putting it in maybe. Catherine Casey, deliver us, not deliver us from evil. But this is the Texas Killing Fields killer. This is a famous case. So I wanted to, yeah, learn more about that. So I'm keeping that one. What is Ella's karaoke go-to song? Here's another peacemaking one, the Palestinian-Israeli conflict, and that's before the recent Gaza stuff. So I feel like this is important to hold on to. I could put it in true crime, but it is kind of more of a, I don't know. This might not be what I hoped that it is. This might not be history. This might be more like why people think things happened, now that I'm looking at it. I'm gonna put it in maybes, because if it's inaccurate, then I don't want to read it. Guantanamo, gonna keep that. The War on Human Rights. Gonna try to go a little faster. These two were written by a sex worker. Keep. Are you there, God? Are you out there, God? This is not the one that I thought. This is another survivor story. And it's short, so I'm going to keep it. I'll eventually read it. Okay, so I got to the Anne Rule ones. So A Rose for Her Grave is the first Anne Rule Crime Files ones. I've read at least the first three, I think, and I read A Stranger Beside Me, which is her Ted Bundy story. And I read The I-5 Killer. I'm looking at them now. But I've been kind of trying to collect her set of these. And I'm missing a few. I haven't really looked in a while, but will I keep loving books? I sure hope so, because I've loved them my whole life. Kind of had a book slump for a bit, but I'm back, so that's good. Okay, so the rest of the ones over here are Anne Rule. I'll just move you. I'm pointing, but you can't see the camera. So they're not going anywhere. And then I have one more section. And then I think I'm going to start, like, trying to clean off the bed a bit. But Anne Rule, definitely recommend. No, I'm not going to screen that. Sorry, Red Wolf. All right, I have one more section. Ugh. More science-y stuff. Oh gosh, these are heavy. Oh god, okay. I'm losing some. Okay. Hold on. Alright. This one's about the DC sniper that I also lived through, but I'm keeping it. I'm going to read it. This one's about Columbine. Gonna keep it and read it. These are stories written from sex workers, but I don't, hey Katie, I don't remember if I wanted to keep it or not. I'm gonna put that in maybe. I have a lot of maybes to go through, but I'll figure it out. Hi, Arya. It's okay, Red Wolf. Again, true crime, so it's a little upsetting right now, but I gotta get through it. I gotta get through this stack because I'm getting rid of a few. We wish to inform you that tomorrow we will be killed with our families. I forget what this was. Stories from Rwanda. It's a keep. Hi, do you want to say hello? Come here. I'm not going to bed yet because my bed is covered with books. You want to say hi? This is Xavier. Hi from New Zealand. Hello. What is it, like 12 hours ahead of my time? It is almost 8 o'clock p.m. here for me. This is Xavier. He's my 16-year-old baby. He's very vocal. He will keep meowing. Thank you, Arya. One of my snakes is named Arya, actually. Okay. All right. Just the stack, and then I'm through. Hi, Jane. Oh, what were we just talking about? Yeah, my friend Ella was in here talking about going to karaoke, and I told her that you had just gotten a karaoke machine. We're looking at true crime books right now. They're a little upsetting in topics, just so you're aware, but I'm going to try not to be too, bad. This is Cambodia-based story. First, they killed my father. Like, that's horrifying. So, I love reading from other perspectives around the world and true crime. So, yep. This is, okay, the vagina monologues. This is not true crime. This was like a performance piece for a bit. I think it was a book first, but it's more like, yeah, women's studies. Where do I put that though? Like, I have sex work books in this section. Do I put it there? Like, this is, I don't even think it's based on true stories. It's a celebration of female sexuality in all its complexity and mystery. It's something that I could probably read relatively quickly. I don't really know what to do with this. I don't think it needs to be in true crime. I put it there because I had books written by sex workers, and it was, I don't know. Where do I put this? I think it's fiction. I'm going to set it here because that's my pile of fiction that I have to put in there. This is from a shock trauma ward. So it's more like, it's not necessarily crime, but it's like tragedy. But this book has a story that if you want me to, I'll tell, but otherwise I'm definitely keeping it, but I don't know if it needs to be up here. Xavier would like to comment, wouldn't you? What do you think I should do? He says, my bed is messy. Under archaeology, under soliloquies. I don't have a soliloquy section. This is another kind of archaeology. Not really, though. This is about people on the internet that are just random people that solved crimes because they pay attention to the internet. And they would like cross-reference databases and stuff that the police weren't even working on anymore. This was fascinating, and even though I read it, I'm keeping it. Never suck a dead man's hand. It's forensics. I guess that's what you would call this as well, as forensics. But this was really good. It's a woman who is a CSI. I think, Cujo, if you were the one that read Stiff by, was it Mary Roach? Yeah, I think so. You would like this one. I need to find a new place to stack these or something. What? He won't stop. That's why I had to. Thoughts on churros? He will ignore churros. He is a connoisseur of something. I don't know. This is Missoula. This is a really rough topic, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to stomach it. John Krakauer wrote a bunch of famous nonfiction stuff, and I do like his writing for the most part, but I don't know if I want to. I have to cover what it's about, but it's, I mean, I don't know if I want to read a book about this. So I think I'm just going to put it in maybe and figure it out. Internet Sleuths. Yeah, that was a good one too. The Skeleton Crew is what that one was called if you didn't see it. The Skeleton Crew and Never Suck a Dead Man's Hand. It was relevant. You'll see. I think it was the first thing that she told. Honey, I'm almost done, okay? I'm almost done. I know, I'm like sweating up here. Okay. Encyclopedia of Serial Killers. This is what Google is for. I'm gonna get rid of that one. I mean, it has like some interesting like lists and like it was like people that I could then go like research maybe. I don't think I need it. This one is about torture, like being used in legit ways or like where it's excused. I was gonna get rid of it, but I think actually I might hold on to that one. Why? I don't know. Forensic Casebook. Apparently this is one of the forensic textbooks and I'm keeping it. I thought I was going to read it by now, but I didn't. And I kind of got out of Into the Wild, yes, is the one that probably the most famous one that he wrote, although Missoula was pretty popular as well. This one I'm not going to show you. It's just Chambers of Horror. It's kind of like the Encyclopedia of Serial Killers, except it's like of kidnappers. And I don't know why I'm so fascinated by this, but I am. I actually had started reading it like not that long ago and put it down. It's kind of hard to read all in one sitting. And that's it. Kind of. You'll take the encyclopedia. I know I've got like 4 books that you want here that I'm definitely getting rid of. Thank you for sticking with me to the end of this video here, but all right, I'm definitely moving some stuff around and getting rid of some stuff. I have to pick you up because you are not going to stop talking unless I do something. So I'm just going to hold him for a minute. Yeah, Krakauer, it's a weird thing. Sure is a kitty Go-Gurt. Yeah, he won't eat it. He'll eat it for like half of it and then he'll just be like, nah. He's a big weirdo. Torture, yeah, it's called Globalizing Torture. And it's about like times that it's been used in interrogations and stuff. I have a huge stack of books that I'm keeping, but I have a pretty decent maybe pile. I haven't gone through my World War II books yet. Maybe I'll do that off camera. I don't know about right now. I know I can get rid of a couple of them, and then some of them are more memoirs or biographies than anything else. So I don't have to, they were downstairs, but somebody pointed out like there's a World War II German symbol on a couple of them, and that's what you see when you walk into my house. So I'm like, maybe I shouldn't keep them by the front door. Should I? No. Okay. So I think I'm going to move them up with true crime or into biography. These are what I'm keeping. My goodness. I'm going to put that, I feel like I should keep this abuse survivor one with the true crime stuff. So I'm just going to do that. Let me put them up here. This is not the order they're going to stay in, but it's just to do something with them. For now. Okay. Oh, gosh. He does have cute paws, doesn't he? Thank you. Have I been like super crooked this whole time? Probably. No, it's not that bad. Okay, so my goodness. I mean, it takes me forever to like log off of these things. I'm at 33%. That's not that bad. Should I just look at the World War II ones real quick? Do you want to see that? Mostly Cujo because you've been here the whole stream and I really appreciate that. Somebody just redacted. Jane, I didn't see what you wrote, but that was kind of the point, I think, if you redacted it. The World War II, you know, like I said, it can be a couple different categories if it's not straight up history. My theory is that everybody has a war that they're just fascinated by. Like, everybody kind of has a different one. And for me, it's World War II. Like, I just can't believe that happened. I can a little bit more today, but I think we would have learned something. All right. So tell me if you want me to move on to the World War II one, because it's just a stack here, but maybe I should. What kind of concert only costs 45 cents? A 50-cent concert feature? Nickelback. Jane, you crack me up. That's a good one. I haven't heard that one yet. You want me to keep going? Okay. These are going to be upsetting too, but I mean, might as well put them with True Crime, right? This is a book of poetry by Lois Lowry, who wrote, oh gosh, you're going to think of it before me. The Giver. And it's about, is it about Hiroshima specifically? Yeah, Pearl Harbor and Hiroshima. And some of them were very profound. And it's a quick read. I'm gonna keep going with it. Keep going with it? I'm gonna keep it. In the Garden of Beasts, Love, Terror, and an American Family in Hitler's Berlin. He wrote A Devil in the White City, which was another one that I just kept seeing everywhere. Did not decide to pick that one up, I don't think, though, or maybe I already read it, I don't remember, but do I need this one? About Hitler's rise to power, so it's more fiction. I don't know. What do you call a fish wearing a bow tie? Sophisticated. Love it. I might pass on this one. In the Garden of Beasts? Like, I don't... Yeah, I think I'm gonna pass on this one. Pretty confident about that. Treblinka. Oh boy, this is not a light read. Yeah, sophisticated. That's really funny. I hadn't heard that. Gosh, this book smells good, but man, is this a hard book to get through. But it basically goes into what life was like in Treblinka, the concentration camp, and it's even more horrifying than I could have imagined. So this is definitely going in biography. This is Anne Frank. What a heartbreaking read that is. You know it's going to be sad, but like, I don't know. I went to a sushi restaurant that was very sophisticated. Oh, the bicycle is too tired. I think I have heard that one. This one, Hiroshima, is written about 6 people who survived Hiroshima. I think about this book regularly. I need to reread it because I don't remember all of their stories, but it was fascinating and it was horrifying too. But 6 people that survived it. I think it killed a quarter of the population of Hiroshima instantly, and then like another quarter died from the radiation poisoning, like that they were able to measure, and then I'm sure people continued to. Survival in Auschwitz, don't know what else I really have to say about that, and I haven't read it yet. 10 months in a German death camp. Jeez. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's another keep because I'm just horrified by this war, but I don't know. Alicia, My Story. I feel like I've been looking for this one for a while. The World War II mouse graphic novels. I do not understand what they are. Like, are they fiction, nonfiction, humor? Like, they're definitely not for kids. But I haven't read them, and I'm not sure what to consider them. So they confuse me a little bit, but they're often seen in the donations. Very horrifying. Why was 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9. That one's a classic. Yeah. This is a memoir. I think she is another Holocaust survivor. Oh, she was hiding, providing safe conduct for Jews. That's a keep. I don't need to summarize it like I'm going through the other stuff. This is another one about Auschwitz. It's just called Auschwitz. Wow, this is really dense. I think this is history, though. It might be kind of... I was going to say, like, dry, but I don't know if it could be. Like, I've read a lot about Auschwitz, so I don't know if I... Oh, but informed by more than 100 original interviews with survivors who speak on record for the first time. I think I'm gonna have to keep that after all. I kind of want to put it... I want to put it in maybe. I want to, like, read the first chapter and see if I can get through it. Girl in the Green Sweater, A Life in the Holocaust Shadow. Is this... Whew, I'm tired. Okay, I have a few more. I can't... This is a memoir, okay. I'm gonna put this in maybe as well, because I didn't even remember that I had it, to be honest. Brain malfunction, missed the deadline. I know this was not funny. What that comes from is called Miss Homework, for the 789 one. I didn't know where it came from. This is another, I think it's another memoir, autobiography, Judaica Studies. The true story of Nekama Bonik-Tek, whose family found refuge with Polish Christians during the Holocaust. This reminds me of Anne Frank, the way that it's being described. I'm gonna hold on to that one. Letters to Freya. I think I was looking for this one too. This one also looks very dense, though. This is a biography. I'm gonna put it in maybe. Memoir of Elie Wiesel, very famous Holocaust survivor. This can go in biography, though. I have a bunch of his fiction, too, that I definitely recommend. The one you typed in. That's the last one you typed. That was the 789 one. What is the best book I have read? You'll have to narrow it down a little bit. Fiction, nonfiction, young adult, genre. My cat can't even climb onto the bed because there's books piled everywhere. He's very upset at me. Okay, I have 3 left, and then I've got to go. The 6789 thing, yeah, it's from Pun. Okay. This is called The Nazi Doctors. I'm not even going to show the cover. It's very textbook, and I don't know if I'm actually going to read it. Although I don't think it's going to be a like read cover to cover thing, but it is pretty interesting. Freya, I like the name. Yeah, that's like a Viking name, isn't it? A true story of music and love in Nazi Germany, The Inextinguishable Symphony. I think this was a gift, but I haven't read it, and I've had it a long time. Hold on, baby. They actually had people in, I think in Treblinka, in a band, like play music. Prisoners were like playing music like everything was great there. It was really sad. And if this is something similar, I'm kind of curious to see another story of it, but I know, baby. More than 8,000 Jewish musicians, actors, and other artists found themselves expelled from their positions with German orchestras. It sounds like maybe they created their own. This is going to be a maybe. And then the very last one is Schindler's Legacy. It's the true stories of the survivors that were a part of Schindler's List. Oh, I've been looking for this bookmark. Oh, I didn't know it was in here. I forgot that I had started this one. Well, I guess I have to keep it. All right. That's the last World War II book. Holy crap. That was a lot. And that was my, as far as I know, my whole true crime section. I have stacks upon stacks downstairs. I only went through yellow. I only went through these 4 stacks. And then true crime, and then World War II. And I've been streaming for over 3 hours. Whew. Okay, let me look at my chat. What did the sushi say to the bee? Wasabi? That's cute. Best nonfiction true crime book I have read. Oh, what did I just say for the last hour? Oh no, there were some that still are over here that I missed because they were behind this stack. Hold on, I'll get to your question in just a second. Let me just see if I'm getting rid of anything. Oh my god, I just found the Bermuda Triangle one. I was just talking about that. The J.C. Dugard ones in here are in this stack. There's 2 others that are sex work industry based. Well, true crime can be very upsetting, obviously, but some of the best ones that I've read were survivors of crime. In particular, there was one, a man named Dave, who dealt with crippling abuse and survived, and went on to write several books. Also, the J.C. Dugard woman who I just mentioned, her books are very good about surviving a kidnapping. And the where are you? Where'd you go? This one, Life After Darkness. Is this the first one? Yes, she survived the Cleveland kidnappings, and this was a very good book, but they're very upsetting for obvious reasons, but they're excellent true crime memoirs. Nonfiction, like just kind of, so I would go with Anne Rule for true crime stories that are, they read like novels, but they're not. They're like actual true crimes. She writes, these are collections. This is called A Rose for Her Graves. I know it's backwards, sorry. But she writes books that are just one crime, and then books that are, this is like 6 different ones, I think, are in this book. She's got a ton of books. So can't go wrong with Anne Rule. Here's this other Bermuda Triangle book. I knew there was another one. See, this is going to take up less space, but I think it has different information in it. So I think I kept that one too. Where did I put it? I'm gonna put this in my maybe pile. There's only a couple here, and then Written in Blood, The Trial and the Hunt. I think this is just another like archaeology kind of, not archaeology, forensic study. Stories of history's most puzzling crimes and how they were finally solved. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep this one. I'm just fascinated by that. And then here's another forensic one called Bones, a forensic detective's case book. Yeah, okay. All right. I've enjoyed the forensic books that I have read already. So I'm just going to keep the remaining ones. Of course, I'm also very tired right now, although maybe that makes me more likely to get rid of books, and I decided to keep those two. So there's an awful lot of true crime in my maybe pile, so I'm going to have fun going through those and putting them in one or the other. Keep or not keep. I've got so much more work to do, but I've got so many more books that I haven't shelved yet that need a place to go. I can definitely open up some room over here, but there's a lot of books. We went through maybe a couple hundred already, and I've got 2,000, 2,200, something like that. Yikes. But I clearly have to go. I am going to be doing the reading report like usual tomorrow evening, and we'll go as long as we can. I might do some more of this. I think I need to do some more of this, and just either see. I wanted to do the nonfiction tomorrow, some of the nonfiction. But anyway, wow. Okay, I really have to go. You're in the Uber now. This is 3 hours on this stream. I just got through all of my true crime, including World War II, though. Did you already get to karaoke and are back from it already? That wasn't very long. Xavier wants me to go to bed, and there's books all over the bed, so I have a lot of work to do. So I'm signing off right now. And I'm going to be here tomorrow opening the packages and maybe going over what I got for Christmas. And probably trying to get through more books. So thank you for those of you who are like still here. You're the best. You did a live today and maybe $20 in an hour. Okay, slow sales day, but I'm not complaining. No, that's pretty good. $20 an hour. That's not bad. I just don't have that app to like go and support you on that, but I'm gonna go. Hopefully I will see some of you tomorrow. Hopefully other people subscribed. Thank you for keeping me sane during this long marathon, but it was very much needed. So see you soon, and thanks for being here. Yes, you all sleep well also. And I'll see you soon. So, bye.